Alrighty, we are back once again.
We are back. I'm Dom.
I'm Jamie.
Welcome to the cutting room floor. Jamie, you take the lead on this one because this is an episode for him that he requested us to do. His birthday just passed, both of ours.
Yeah.
So we both did episodes in honor of things we love. So today, we're going to let him take it away. Go ahead and tell him what we're talking about.
All right, today we're talking about three films that I believe, honestly, at least two of the three changed the face of comedy after they came out. We're going to talk about Airplane. Wow, I don't know what happened to my voice there. Airplane, Top Secret, and The Naked Gun. And Top Secret and Airplane are directed by the Zucker brothers or Zucker brothers. I'm going to mispronounce it, and I apologize to them.
It's not Zucker?
Yeah, because
that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're geniuses either way. Mm-hmm. And Jim Abrahams, who I believe also went on to direct like Hot Shots. Jim Abrahams.
Good.
Yeah. And they both, all three of them directed Airplane and Top Secret, and David Zucker directed Naked Gun. Mm-hmm. And they co-wrote the scripts for all three films. So I just had this idea pop into my head because I watched Airplane a couple months ago, and I was like, God, I just love this movie.
Yeah, man, it's just a fun one.
And I hadn't seen Top Secret in probably almost 40 years. A friend of mine had it when we were kids on Laserdisc.
Oh, my Lord.
So that shows you how long ago it was.
Rare. The Laserdiscs are making a big comeback.
Yeah,
bro.
you got to flip them over to watch the other half of the movie.
Crazy.
At least with Star Wars. I saw Star Wars at his house one time.
Wow.
Like 40 years ago.
It probably looked amazing, though, for the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like looking like a 4K.
I mean, the TVs were trash.
Yeah,
if you think about it. So, it was probably like I think a Commodore 64 monitor would have had better resolution.
Probably.
Believe it or not. But yeah, anyway, so I decided on these films just because of the common thread of the Zuckers and Jim Abrahams, and how literally I believe everything after that changed. Because I read a story and I also saw it in the film. Oh my God, A Futile and Stupid Gesture, about Doug Kenny, the guy who created National Lampoon, the magazine.
Okay.
And they did Animal House, and they were working on Caddyshack, and he went with his girlfriend to see Airplane, and he got really depressed afterwards.
Because he was like, my movie ain't going to be this
Yeah,
good.
basically. And now Caddyshack is a classic now, but at the time, I think people did hate it.
Yeah.
Because, Airplane had just come out and revolutionized what you're able to do as far as, like, satire and spoofing and humor. And I mean, we'll talk about it more when we talk about Airplane, but I think that was the kernel in my brain that made me think of these films.
Okay. Because, I mean, Airplane's a tentpole film for sure. It definitely, it's probably the first great spoof film.
Yeah.
Would you say? What else could you think of before it that you would say is just great as a spoof film?
Blazing Saddles?
Okay. Blazing Saddles is,
excluding Mel Brooks.
I was like, cut Mel Brooks out.
Yeah, if you cut Mel Brooks out,
like,
probably
if we
nothing.
go Mel Brooks, then of course, because because was Spaceballs before Airplane?
It was after. Spaceballs was like 86.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, because Airplane's what, 84? 2?
80.
80? God damn, that's old.
1980.
God,
because 84 was Top Secret, and 88 was Naked Gun. Now, a quick aside about Naked Gun. You know what's really depressing about the Naked Gun? Leslie Nielsen, I believe, was the same age filming the Naked Gun that Tom Cruise was filming the last Mission Impossible movie.
Oh my
God. And look at how different they look.
Tom Cruise looks like he's, like 47.
Yeah, he looks like he's 50 years younger.
Leslie Nielsen looks like he's 75. But Leslie Nielsen's looked old forever.
Yeah,
he's like
has.
Steve Martin, bro.
Yeah, because he was like probably in his mid-50s when Airplane came out.
Yeah, he had to be.
Yeah.
He had to be, because
mid to early 50s, yeah. So it's like, what
he honestly hit his stride so late in his career.
Yes, and he became like the master of those types of films because of his training for 40 some years before that.
Yeah, he was in the game, bro.
Yeah.
So we'll go in order. Start with Airplane then.
Yeah.
All right, so Airplane,
1980.
So Airplane is, I mean, if you haven't seen Airplane, I mean, the plot really isn't anything. It's about a guy who's essentially trying to win back his ex, right?
That's really what it is. And it's a spoof of there was a lot of disaster movies in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Like Airport 75,
Yeah.
Airport, whatever year it came out, that's what it was. The Towering Inferno,
Okay.
which I believe Paul Newman, Steve McQueen,
Oh Lord,
O.J. Simpson.
Maybe I need to watch this. I'm like, holy hell.
So, you know, it's Irwin Allen, I believe, produced it. He did like Lost in Space and The Time Tunnel, some cheesy 60s shows that are still actually pretty decent in their cheesiness. You know, he made a mint, I believe, in the 70s doing disaster films.
That's just crazy.
Because look, the Poseidon Adventure even came out early 70s, which I think Leslie Nielsen played a priest or something in that film. Because he was a dramatic actor before Airplane.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, he was not
I
a
feel like
comedic
no
actor.
one knows him from anything dramatic.
No.
You think of Leslie Nielsen, you think funny.
Yeah, because now, like, after Airplane and The Naked Gun, if you watch anything he was in, like an episode of The Night Gallery or something, or even Forbidden Planet from the mid to late 50s, you want to laugh at him, even though he's being serious and dramatic because he's a good actor.
It feels like satire.
Yes, yeah, it does now.
All these,
yeah, and it's sad, but it's also a testament, I think, to the Zuckers and Abrahams for casting serious actors for comedic roles because they could keep a straight face doing and saying like the funniest things in the world, like Airplane. As we said, it's pretty much a disaster movie set around like a shitty romance.
Yeah,
because you know that's the story. And look, our man James Hong is in it too.
Is he?
He's the like Asian guy that like puts the sword in his stomach.
Oh my god, when he's talking to him.
Yeah. James Hong is everywhere.
I didn't know that was him.
Yes, I checked the credits just to make.
Been around forever.
Yes, and he's incredible. Lopan and the grandfather and everything.
The grandfather and everything. He's
yeah.
awesome, bro.
Oh my god.
Lopan, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, as Dom said, it's this guy who has PTSD from the war. I'm putting air quotes around it. You can't see it, but there's air quotes. Mm-hmm. So you don't know if it's Vietnam. You don't know if it's World War II.
World War II, yeah.
So other than like the costumes of the people, this movie could really be timeless.
It really could. Because like the costumes definitely puts it in the late 70s, 80s. But like
and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, Kareem definitely puts you. He's the most time-locked thing in the film.
But other than that, like it could happen at any time. So it could be any war after World War II, really.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
you got black passengers, so probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not World War II. So
you're right, because they're sitting in the same section.
There's some diversity in it.
Yes.
So like we're probably more Vietnam here. But
yeah. But they never specifically
they don't
say.
Specify it though.
Yeah, but
excluding that though, it could be timeless.
Yes. And they and so Ted Stryker is the main character. He's the PTSD pilot, and his girlfriend is a stewardess for. Okay, I'm going to say the name of the airlines, and I think this proves that these guys are way ahead of their time. It's Trans-American Airlines.
I just like as soon as you said,
oh my god, these guys were 43 years ahead of the curve.
They were.
Yeah, Trans-American.
Trans-American with the red. That does sound like an airplane.
Yeah, it does.
Like an airline.
And oh my, crazy. And so, he ends up going onto the plane to try to stop her from leaving him, basically. Mm-hmm. And while they're mid-flight, like all the passengers and the entire crew get food poisoning
from eating the fish.
Yes, from eating the fish. Yes, and so because there's a really great line from Leslie Nielsen because he asked Randy, the one stewardess who played Private Benjamin in the TV show version.
Okay,
he asked Randy what was for dinner, and she said, "What, fish or?" I want to say like steak or something. And he's like, "Oh, that's right. I had the lasagna." And it's like,
dude, he says the funniest stuff in there, bro.
And he does the funniest stuff. Like at one point, the plane starts shaking, and he's giving a woman like a pelvic exam. and he like comes out and he looks up. He's like, "What's going on?
Are you a doctor?"
And he has a stethoscope.
Yeah. I'm like, he's sitting there with his it's in his ears. Like, why? He's just sitting there with the stethoscope in his ears. I'm like, why?
So that's the basic plot of the film, and Ted Stryker has to land the plane because there's no crew, and he does it successfully, and you could probably figure that out because it's a movie. Mm-hmm. But the amazing thing about this film is how many jokes they pack into it.
Oh my! In an hour and
the
like
acting.
25 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
all these films are under an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm like short run times here. There's joke from literally as soon as the frame opens.
Yeah,
it's jokes from start to end.
Oh yeah, because
with the announcers talking about the parking zone.
Oh yeah, and abortion.
Yeah. And then the guy's running up with the flowers, bro.
Oh yeah,
running up on him. Like it starts out right away, and then like when Ted gets his ticket to get on the plane.
Oh, smoking
or not, and he's like smoking. She hands him the fucking ticket, and the thing's literally smoking. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
There's so many great like literal jokes in this film.
I'm like literal.
Yeah, and so it's visual comedy. It's I'll say oral comedy, which sounds dirty, but you know, spoken word stuff. And so it's visual, spoken, and physical comedy, which is also visual. But I mean, when I say visual, it's like some background thing.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
you know, you got to pay attention.
Stuff you'll miss. Like, Airplane is definitely a movie you probably need to watch like 4 times to catch all the tiny details placed through all of it. You have to read the signs.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
The signs say funny stuff.
Yes.
You have to look at the background characters and what they're doing. They're all doing. Everyone is properly placed. No one feels like an extra.
No,
Everyone
not
feels
at all.
like they're supposed to be there. Even the characters who don't speak have a role in this film because everyone's doing something weird.
Yes, and it all works, and it all comes together so well that it's like it honestly may be a perfect film
as far as a comedy. Yeah,
and I say that because they had the structure of that 1957 film 0 Hour that they used. They bought the rights to it, and they just rewrote the script and added jokes and made it better. And it is just incredible because 0 Hour is a terrible film.
It probably is. I mean, and you think about it, it's like in it came out in 80, so they probably are pitching this movie in the late 70s, 77.
Yeah.
How do you pitch this? Well,
these guys, they wrote the film, the Kentucky Fried Movie, because they had a theater called the Kentucky Fried Theater where they would do sketches. And the Kentucky Fried Movie was one of John Landis's early films.
Oh, wow.
And it's just a bunch of sketches that make fun of like TV shows and movies.
Okay.
It's incredible. Believe it or not, it's incredible. And they wrote it. And I guess that gave them enough steam to try to sell it, but it took them years to sell this.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is it was only made for $1.5 million or $4 million?
Something crazy like
small,
that. Because
it was under 5, I know that.
It's the first time they directed, and having 3 directors, like, nobody really believed in them.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, that's a lot of visions in one film.
And think about it, they have, at the time, in 1980, Leslie Nielsen, Lloyd Bridges, Robert Stack, all these great, dramatic, older actors, like gravitas, right? And all 3 of them are incredible in the film because of how they deliver their lines. Like Lloyd Bridges as McCroskey.
Yes.
I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
Quit drinking.
I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamine. Yeah, I picked the wrong week to quit smoking. Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
As he's lighting a
cigarette. Yeah. And like Lloyd Bridges, we all know Jeff Bridges and even Beau Bridges.
Beau Bridges, yeah.
Because even in 1980, they were like up and coming for like the past decade.
Yeah.
At that point, so
they were
like
both going hard in the 70s.
Yeah,
getting smaller stuff like Jeff with Last Picture Show, Thunderbolt, Lightfoot.
Yeah.
And then he did like Heaven's Gate in the 80s with Chimino, and
then Tron
kind of
elevated him. Yeah. He was the dude before he was the dude.
He was the dude. Yeah,
basically.
Quick aside.
Okay.
The Big Lebowski keeps popping up in my life. I think I have to watch it tonight because people just keep randomly talking about it. And I watched Speed Racer and John Goodman's in it.
Oh.
And the whole time.
Does he play Pops?
Yeah.
That's perfect casting.
He's incredible.
Wow.
Susan Sarandon plays the mom. Bro.
Really?
She's incredible.
Wow.
Dude, it's great.
I do have to watch it because I love the cartoon. You will love it.
You will. I know for a fact you'll like it.
Because they redid the cartoon a few times, but you got to go with the 60s version.
Think of like The Flash, Wacky Racers.
Oh, yeah, Wacky Racers.
Racer, like, it's it's incredible. But anyway, quick aside. So I'm watching Speed Racer, and in my head, I just keep hearing, "Is this your homework, Larry? is this your homework, Larry? And I'm like, dude, I cannot get John Goodman from freaking Big Lebowski out of my head when he pours the fucking ashes out and they blow on Jeff Bridges, dude. That shit is so funny. So I have to watch that film tonight because John Goodman is incredible. He is so good.
He's a great actor.
He really is.
The coach from Revenge of the Nerds. Like probably one of the first things he ever did.
It's gotta be one of his first roles.
I mean, we obviously know him from Roseanne.
Roseanne, everybody likes
but
Roseanne.
But after Roseanne,
all
like
the Coen movies, dude.
Yeah, he
like,
really.
That movie Red State he did with Kevin Smith was really good. Like he's
even
like Coyote Ugly, dude. Like
you have Amazon?
Yeah.
A Prime Video, I mean, when I say that. Yeah, okay. There's a show, Gary Trudeau, the guy who did Doonesbury. I know you've heard me talking about Doonesbury before. In 2014, he took sort of a hiatus where he's just been doing Sundays ever since then. But for like 2 seasons on Amazon, he wrote a show called Alpha House about, it's a fictionalized version of this real place in DC where these senators share like a townhouse. And John Goodman is like one of the main senators.
Oh, bro. He's probably
incredible.
Insane.
It's an incredible show. Like Gary Trudeau is great with political humor anyway. But the way John Goodman and, my God, Kelly Ripa's husband, Mark Consuelos.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. Too. And these other 2 guys that are great. The one senator was the camera guy in Tanner 88. Okay. So he worked with like Robert Altman and stuff, you know, like coming up. Yeah. And the other guy I've never seen before, but he's incredible. And like Wanda Sykes guest stars in it.
She's funny as hell.
And a lot of people guest star. And Stephen Colbert, I think, is in the first episode as himself.
Of course. I'm like, he's a political dude already.
Because the Colbert Report was still on. And it's an amazing show. But John Goodman makes that show as like a Southern blowhard senator.
Oh, he's probably
incredible. Even if you just check out the first episode to see his performance, it's great.
I love Johnny Goods, man.
Yeah.
Love him. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Way off track.
Well, no, I mean,
that's what happens.
Yeah, that's how.
What happens. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Airplane, man. Honestly, as a film, I don't have many complaints about it. Yes, it's stupid. So many times I was just like, why? Why?
But the weird thing is, even when the jokes are stupid and fall flat, you're still laughing.
You're laughing, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I facepalmed so many times watching this and The Naked Gun, but I was laughing still. I'm like,
yes.
God. I'm just like, who thinks of this crap?
Yeah.
But
it's like no idea is a bad idea, because even if it's bad, it could be overshadowed by one of the better ones 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I'm like, right after this, I'm like, if you don't like a joke, trust me, there's one right around the corner you might like.
Yeah.
Honestly, everything pretty much works, so all the jokes work. Even the bad ones still work because this film's a time capsule, so you can appreciate it for when it came out, and, you know, especially if you didn't watch it when it first came out. Like, obviously, it's 11 years older than me, so I'm like, when I watched it, I think I was in 7th grade the first time I watched it, and I loved it then. And I think I watched it again when I was around 18, and now I'm watching it again, and I'm like, man, it still holds up after.
Is it different though? Like each time you watch it, you know what I mean?
It is different. I find it funnier now that I'm older.
Yeah,
and know a little bit more about that time period.
Yeah.
So now that I've learned some more history, now the jokes land better.
Yeah.
So it's funnier now. Watching it this time around was definitely the best time that I've had watching it, but I enjoyed it every time. If you're one of those people who takes their films very serious and you need your film to have a meaning and you need your film to be a discussion piece, this ain't the movie for you at all.
No, not at all. Although it could be, which is weird.
It could be. In a way.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I need to see some hard dramatic stuff, or I need to see, you can't take this movie serious at all. There's nothing to take serious. It's not meant to be taken. This is meant to be mindless escapism.
And that's the brilliance of it, though. Now that you said that, you're right. It's not meant to be taken seriously, but everything about it is done seriously.
Yeah, they put
even Elmer Bernstein doing the score. It's a very serious. It's a great score.
It's a good score.
Yeah, it is.
It does work very well.
And it's like everything is meant to mimic the gravitas is the only word I could think of those disaster films and the impending doom and the drama.
The score elevates the satire.
Yes,
the score lets you know this is satire because
Yeah.
what you're hearing and what you're seeing contradicts each other.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
so
you're
it
right.
tells you that right away. And that's the beauty. And you can just go, honestly, there's so much stuff in the movie. Like, you would have to, honestly, for us to break it down, we'd have to watch it and talk about it as it's going.
Yeah, and then that would just be an hour and a half on that.
On that, more, because probably pause it 5 or 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, to be like, oh, well, this, and then yeah,
just to point stuff out in the frame, and just the details they took in it, like the scene where they're all going to beat up that lady.
Oh my god!
All of them have very unique, different weapons.
I just have to say this, and I know it's jumping ahead a little bit, but that for me might be the most rewatchable scene. Because how many times do you feel like doing that to somebody?
Oh my god!
And just in real life,
especially on a plane, dude. Like, you ever be on a plane and someone's just, oh my god, driving you insane in one way or another. And you're like, oh, you're trying to sleep, but you can't because somebody's driving you insane, and then you just they keep getting up and walking off. And I don't mind flying at all. I've done it a lot. I hate flying at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. But, like, if it's more than 6 hours, you start getting antsy.
Yeah.
But, man, planes can be some of the most annoying and frustrating experiences you can go through. And this film highlights all that.
Yes.
What can go wrong goes wrong on this plane, which is great. Bad food. Of course, you got the bad weather.
Yeah.
You got the crazy passengers. Everybody's got some kind of freaking issue going on. Like, how about the lady, every time something's going on, she's trying to freaking fix her makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Lipstick on. I'm like, why are you always doing this when the turbulence is going crazy? Like, there's just so much stuff in it that you gotta admire. And if you have a sense of humor, you will laugh at this film, even if it's like a begrudging laugh. If it's like, oh, I'm laughing and it's cringy, but I couldn't help it.
like there's certain things. I mean, we'll talk about it then. That I think haven't aged well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you are still laughing.
You're gonna laugh at it, yes.
Yes.
I said, you know what? Should we just get in the questions? Because
we should, because we can expand upon everything.
Yes, this ain't a scene for scene movie to go through.
No, we can't.
It's plotless, really.
Yeah,
there's a grand plan, but it's just a compilation of crazy stuff happening on a plane.
Yeah, and it's just
flashbacks.
Yeah, and it is just the basic plot, and you're right. The flashbacks that cause people to kill themselves because they're tired of hearing Ted talk about. They're tired of hearing the first TED talk. That was the first TED talk. Ted Stryker talking.
It was the first. The old lady. Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh my god! Oh, and the one guy sets himself on fire. And we already talked about James Hong, kamikaze, or not? Is that kamikazing? No, he killed himself. Harry Carey. Yes.
Seppuku.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what that'd be.
Oh my god.
Samurai's honor,
Yes.
That's funny. All right, so let's get into it. So,
okay.
MVP of the film.
You go first.
I got the directors and the writers.
Oh, really? The same guys?
The same guys.
Okay.
Both the three guys, I think they win the film.
Yeah.
Without them, this don't work.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. Because any other director, it probably wouldn't have worked.
Yes. And you know this for fact after watching their later stuff.
Yeah.
Airplane wouldn't have worked after seeing Top Secret, Naked Gun, and all that stuff. You know it wouldn't have worked. This wasn't a flash in the pan. They clearly know what they're doing, have a style and a vision. So they obviously went into this with confidence.
Yes.
They were like, bro, we're about to make one of the... If you asked them, they were like, we knew we made one of the funniest movies of all time. Like, they probably wouldn't even... They wouldn't be like, well, we weren't... No, they'd be like, we knew. We knew. So...
Yeah, you just had to get all the right pieces together.
Mm-hmm. I think they win because this... They had, like you said, they had to get these dramatic guys to give out funny performances.
Yeah.
They probably weren't used to doing that. So these guys had to direct them to that. So I got to give it to them.
I think I heard, because I was reading some interviews with them, and they said, I believe these guys were trying to be funny at first when they were doing rehearsals. So they sent videotapes of the movie 0 Hour, I think for Leslie Nielsen, and were like, pay attention to the doctor and how he delivers his lines.
Dry it up.
Yeah, and the next day he came in and they said it was perfect.
Yeah.
After he watched the original and how it wasn't funny. So you just deliver those lines. Like, obviously, the most famous line in the film, surely you can't be serious.
Can't be sure. I have
Yes,
that.
yeah, but like only a dramatic actor could deliver that line with a straight
with
face.
a straight face. That's what
Yes.
he played. Because I could see that. He probably came in like, this is a comedy. I need to be funny.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, no, play it straight.
Be yourself.
That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what, it's the dryness and he
Yeah.
says everything so straight and sure.
Yeah, yes.
What makes it work.
He is confident as hell in that movie.
He's like, this is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Just do that, yada, yada. And you don't waver once. So that's what makes it work. So who's your MVP?
I actually put Lloyd Bridges as McCroskey
okay.
because, dude, every time he's like, I picked the wrong week to quit this or quit that, it's like he was just incredible. He was just incredible.
He is funny in that. He is funny.
And even, I don't have him written here, but I think his name is like Steven Stucker. God, this is going to sound terrible, but it was 1980. Like the gay air traffic controller guy who was always like undermining everybody. I mean, in a way, he almost was too, because he was like the comic relief in with all these really serious, because you had Lloyd Bridges and Robert Stack going back and forth.
Hilarious because he was always off topic too. Yeah, like everything they were talking about, he would bring up something entirely different.
Yeah, because Lloyd Bridges at one point he's like, Johnny, how about some coffee? He's like, no thanks.
No thanks. Like, this guy.
Yeah, he was great.
Lord, that's funny as hell.
Yeah,
but those are some good silent MVPs.
Yeah,
some non-obvious choices.
Yeah. Peak season.
Who you got?
I said Robert Hayes. Ted Stryker.
You think so, huh?
Because I'm not sure if anything he did after that.
You know what? You gotta be right.
Yeah, because he did remember the movie Starman?
Oh, I love Starman.
There was a short-lived TV show where he starred in that after that.
You're talking about the Jeff Bridges movie, right?
Yeah, the Jeff Bridges movie. He starred in the TV show version after that.
Oh, Starman's so good.
And I can't really think, because he was I know he was in at least one episode of the Wonder Woman TV show in the first season, because it took place during World War II. And I can't think of anything. I know he was probably a serious actor before this, but I think this was even watching Airplane 2 then, which is a travesty, he was still good in it though.
Yeah. You're right, bro. This has to be his
because Leslie Nielsen got better after this.
He got better. This ain't him.
And even Lloyd Bridges, I think people had forgotten about him. I hate to say it, because he was more of a TV actor. I think he did Sea Hunt in the 60s and stuff. And after that, and even Robert Stack after that did Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
So he became more popular after that and more famous for something else.
Probably his peaks. Yeah. You know what? I think you got to be right there. Yeah. I had the directors. Well, because I think this is their crowning. Everyone knows them for this.
Look, Jerry Zucker directed Ghost.
Oh, I guess that movie got a lot of acclaim.
Yeah.
You'd rather watch Airplane than Ghost.
Oh, yeah. But I know that. But I'm just saying, and then David Zucker directed Naked Gun.
Yeah, Naked Gun is up there, but I just feel like Airplane is the one that everyone's seen or knows them from. So many people. I know a lot of people. Airplane's their favorite movie. Yeah, so
I could see why. Though.
Yeah, I know a ton of people bro, I love Airplane. So I did have them, but I think yours is better. Yeah, because what else do you know him for? If you think of him, you're thinking Airplane.
Yeah, so. and I think you're right though, because they just came out with a book that's them and whoever's alive and people that were left from the cast. I mean, and people that were influenced by the film. It's the true story of Airplane. 43 years later, they're still talking about it.
Airplane. Bro,
so no matter what these other guys have done.
Yeah, that's the top of their mountain. It kicked them off, and that's the one everyone. I think that's the one everybody will know.
We may both be right.
Yeah. I think we are. I think both of our answers are correct.
Yeah.
Yours might be a little more correct because there could be an argument made for one director, but they all wrote it. So there could be an argument for the Naked Gun.
And they co-wrote it with Pat Proft, who
I did see that in the credits. I'm like, who the hell is that?
I will tell you. Yeah. It's one of the script supervisors and writers on the Police Squad TV show from '82 the Naked Gun was based on, but also I believe one of the writers and creators of Police Academy.
Oh my God, I was just watching a video about that movie.
Were you?
We should possibly do a Police Academy episode. Just the first...
The Steve Guttenberg ones.
Steve Guttenberg ones.
Yeah, Steve Guttenberg ones, yeah.
He's in the first, 4?
Yeah, and I saw the Matt McCoy ones first.
Really?
before I saw the original ones, which is a travesty.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I do enjoy like the first 2 or 3 films, so I would watch those.
All right, bet. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're short too.
Yeah. There are another ones that are
Like they're
probably less than an hour and a half.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, I'm sorry.
So no, we're good. So
Best quotes.
best
There's too
quotes,
many.
There's a lot, man.
You go, because I only really have like 2 here, and then I'll probably think of more as you speak.
I had 2. I picked 2 because there was just so many. I won't lie. Like as I'm
The
watching
entire script you could pick.
yeah. Like as I'm watching it though, I'm just like. I was just laughing so much. I was like forgetting to like think about. I was just enjoying it as a film.
Yeah.
But I had, of course, Cream. No, I like mine black, like my man.
Yeah. Oh, the girl, the little girl. Yes.
Of course, that's a famous line.
Yeah.
And I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Yes. Yeah. That's the most famous line.
I started laughing
Yes.
so hard when he said that.
Actually, that might be the name of the book. Surely you can't be serious.
That's so great.
Yeah, because that's
great.
the most famous line from the movie.
That's so funny. Leslie Nielsen's character is a walking quote. Almost everything he says is funny, man. He had too many. Just his character alone was a quote, man.
Yeah, Dr. Rumack.
He was the man. I was like, because I'm watching, I was like, oh, look at Leslie Nielsen, still looking old. Like,
and the weird thing is, when you watch it, you're kind of like, because of that, it's like his film, but it's not his peak season.
It's not his peak season, but it does like. He does take over the movie in the second half.
He does.
Like, he takes it over.
You're right, because he doesn't show up till like probably 45 minutes in.
Yeah. Like, it's got to be at least 35 to 40 in. He don't really have any significance. And then he just takes it over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Leslie Nielsen got a little cameo. I'm like, no, this dude kind of stole the show.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy just how it does play out, because like Elaine and Ted do take a back seat to him after a while.
Yeah.
So it is nuts.
Yeah.
What quotes you got?
I had the Shirley one.
Okay.
Anytime like Lloyd Bridges as McCroskey was like, I picked the wrong week to quit, whatever.
Wrong week.
Yeah.
Of course it's great. When he pulled the cigarette out, he said, I quit smoking. I just lost it.
And you got to go with Peter Graves talking to Joey, the little kid in the cockpit.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh my god! How creepy it was.
I was like,
you ever seen a grown man naked? The way he says it.
That was on one of my ones aged the worst.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Do you like gladiator movies?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Yeah. I'm like, this kid's like 8 years old.
Yes.
And he's like, all right, maybe you should go back to your seat. And he's like, no, he can stay.
Yeah.
Like, were you a priest in a former life?
But it's also great though, like when the little kid is talking to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as Roger Murdoch. Yeah, Roger Murdoch, and then he's talking about him, and then Kareem breaks character.
Yes, which was great. I had that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that because that's one of my most rewatchable.
Yeah, that is great.
Oh man,
but there's too many quotes to choose from. Really,
it's so packed.
Like when Elaine, I think she's talking to Ted, and she's like, when I used to sit on your face and wrinkle.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, I love this movie's PG. If this came out now,
oh yeah, you did ask me that. How is it? Yeah,
it might be rated R if it came out.
It might be NC-17 just because of the way they talk.
Yeah, I'm like they say some stuff and some of the suggestions.
Yes.
which we'll get to in scenes.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So we got.
What's aged the best and the worst? I put. Believe it or not, 90% of the film aged well.
Mm-hmm.
For me, what didn't age well was like, honestly, like the jive talk.
That's what. Okay. So
as funny as it is, I don't think it aged.
It didn't age well.
No. Especially with the mom from Leave It to Beaver, Barbara Billingsley.
Inter Jackson explains.
Yes, it's. And then it's more like when she's exiting, and she's like, chump don't want no help, chump don't get no help, and I'm like. God, I'm offended.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's funny. So what's aged the best? I had airport parking. It's just
still
like
terrible.
That it's still to this day. So I had that as what aged the best. What aged the worst? I said the jive racial talk.
Yeah,
and I said the conversation with the kid.
Oh yeah,
because
it's like you are a pedophile.
Yeah, I was
that's pretty much what that means.
Comfortable. I was like, I feel like this doesn't belong in a comedy film.
But I think because it was Peter Graves who was like, he was the original Jim Phelps on Mission Impossible, and the brother to. Matt Dillon, the character, not the actor, in Gunsmoke. That guy James Arness, the
Yes.
original Thing in the 51 version of the Thing.
Holy hell.
Yeah, and you can hear it because their voices sound exactly the same. And I think they gave that to him because no one would think that Peter Graves.
Yeah, would say some stuff.
Yes,
like
yes.
that. I was like, holy
Yeah.
hell. But yeah, I had that. I had this
Yeah.
that same thing was Age the Worst. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, this was kind of bad. And I'm really good with that kind of stuff.
yeah.
I'm all for a
'Cause-
good racial joke. I
But
love
especially if you think about like the time period. But it's like, even then, it's like, God, that's terrible.
that was like, it just sounds really bad. It
Yes,
just wasn't-
yes.
I'm like, it just wasn't done tastefully.
Yes,
That's-
if it would have been done more tastefully,
yeah,
you're
it
right.
would have worked a
You're
lot
right,
better. 'Cause
yes.
I'm like, and even back then, I wonder how people watching it back then responded to it because you were way too young to be able to process that.
Yeah, no, not at
It was
all.
like, hell, you were what?
I was
2 when that came out?
2, probably almost 3,
Yeah, I
depending
was
on
like,
the year.
So you probably didn't see it until what, like late 80s, 90s?
I probably saw it maybe like mid 80s, whenever it went on TV.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you probably
yeah.
saw like 85.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
you're probably maybe 7 years old.
Yeah.
6. So, I mean, you wouldn't know how to process that at that age.
No, it's just the
Yeah.
mom from Leave It to Beavers
Mhm.
talking funny.
Yeah. So,
You know?
like, so I wonder how people felt about that when it came out. You know, people who were.
It almost seems
older.
like it was just a setup to have her say those things.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't expect her to be
You
able,
wouldn't.
of
Yeah,
all
it-
people.
You know what? You're probably right, especially going into our other one, Age the Worst. They wanted to probably just shock the crowd a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Let's get some shock laughs. you know?
Yeah, because she shouldn't know how to speak like this
Yeah.
and know how to
She
interpret.
probably was really uncomfortable doing it too.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, oh, this is weird. But yeah, I had that same stuff. So
Yeah.
we agreed there. Most rewatchable scenes. You go ahead and tell us yours. You probably got some of the same.
I put like every scene is infinitely rewatchable, especially when Leslie Nielsen, Robert Stack, and Lloyd Bridges are on the screen. I think any of those scenes, because we were talking about Leslie Nielsen being amazing in it anyway. But yeah, the woman getting slapped around
Yo.
and everybody lining up to beat the hell out of her.
Dude, the one somebody had a sword, a gun,
Yeah,
bat.
a
I'm
wrench, I
like,
think.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all these weapons.
And let's think like, oh my God, the flashback to when Ted and Elaine met.
Oh my God.
And Staying Alive is playing. They're in like the discotheque.
And the girls are fighting.
Yeah,
Girl Scouts.
the Girl Scouts. Yeah, and they're dancing.
Yes.
And she like
She picks
tosses
him up.
him.
Yeah, and then she spins him around.
Yeah.
I had that also. In my most
Oh my
rewatchable
God.
scene.
Yeah, like that scene to me, that's the one that I loved as a kid
That's
too.
one,
Though.
that's one of the best scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Because it's just so like yeah, it's so left field. He's like,
Yeah.
the dancing so stiff
Yes.
and like and that fight scene with the Girl Scouts, it goes on so long.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
They beat
It's
the
crazy.
hell. She puts her head through a jukebox.
Yes.
Like she smashes a chair on her. I'm like,
Oh,
these girls
God.
are going crazy. And it's just so much. There's so much stuff in that scene
Yes.
all over it. You
Yeah.
have to watch that scene 4 or 5 times over to catch everything. There's weird stuff happening at the bar
Yeah.
behind them while they're dancing.
Yeah,
There's shit
yeah.
everywhere. I'm like, they really meticulously crafted these sets. Like,
Yeah.
they perfectly framed everything. There's no filler in it. Everything has a place, and it's funny if you watch it because it's like you'll just be looking. You'll be like, wait, look at that. Or you're like,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're just like, why? But you're laughing the whole time.
Yes.
So it's like they did their job. They did what they set out to do. I
Yeah.
think with those scenes. All right. So anyway, what else you got?
Pretty much that was it, because I think like if I go over like every scene with Lloyd Bridges or Leslie Nielsen or Robert Stack, like let's say when Robert Stack is introduced, right, as Kramer,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Kramer, like, you know, he's fixing himself in the mirror, and then suddenly he walks through the mirror.
Walk through it, yeah.
Like what the hell just happened?
Why? It was like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
It's like, why? But you're laughing because you don't expect to see something like that
Yeah.
in a film. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They shock you very well.
Yeah, and then like when he's driving with the guy right after that in the Mustang, and it's obviously movie footage on his screen,
Yeah.
but it's great. They hit a guy on a bike,
Yeah.
you know, and he's like, "Fuck you, asshole!"
Yeah,
you know?
man,
Yeah. And then like there's like Indians following him and stuff. Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
Why? It's like
Yeah,
so random. Yeah,
but you can rewatch those scenes because they're so crazy, and they make you realize you need to pay attention
you
to
gotta
everything.
pay attention. Yo, that's
Yeah.
like Airplane is a movie you can't even though you think, oh, it's just a goofy comedy, I'll just throw it on the background. You're gonna miss a lot.
Yeah,
if you're not watching it. You got to be paying attention.
Yeah. How about you? Most rewatchable scenes.
So I had when the guy goes to the chick's house and the dog starts eating his ass up. Bro.
Oh yeah. That's when Kramer. Yeah.
That part is so funny because the dog is you can just see in his eyes like,
yeah.
This guy up. I'm gonna mess this dude
yes.
up. And the chick's just dismissing it, bro.
Yeah.
He's getting eaten alive.
Yeah, because that's when Kramer comes down.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
And really quick, that scene, because Kramer, when he's introduced, he goes into the thing. Do you think when he and Lloyd Bridges first come into contact, that influenced Ryan Gosling and Barbie? Because Kramer has two sets of sunglasses on.
Yo, maybe.
Yeah.
Greta was watching Airplane.
Or Ken watched Airplane when he was in
LA.
Like, hey,
Greta, we're doing this. And she was like, yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Although he puts them on instead of takes them off. But still, it's just the reverse of it, right?
Yes. That scene is so funny in Barbie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great scene. Of course, I had the bar scene.
Oh, yeah.
Staying alive. Yeah.
The
kid talking to Kareem.
Oh,
when Kareem, he's like, listen, they've been telling me that since I was at UCLA. And he's like,
you try dragging this
down. My dad says you're lazy. You don't play up and down the court.
Yeah, until the playoffs.
Until the playoffs, yeah. She's like, you explode in the playoffs, but you're pretty lazy. He's like, you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No, my name is Co-Captain Murdoch.
Yeah.
Kareem is a great actor.
He is,
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And honestly, we have him to thank for probably even
introducing athletes and actors. Yeah. Because can you think of an athlete who did any roles before that? Will Strode was in he was in a lot of stuff, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance and stuff.
Actually,
he played pro football.
Jim Brown and some blaxploitation films.
Jim Brown, he might be
the best.
One of the first ones, the best ones.
Because
he was around. He was acting up until he died.
Because was he in The Dirty Dozen, I think? Was that one of his first films? Because he was a football guy before that.
Yep.
So,
He's probably the best running back of all time. Dude, he would get 200 yards a game, 3-4 touchdowns. He was insane. Yeah. He dragged 4 dudes with him, but he did play an era where the guys weren't built like him at that time.
Yeah.
He was a freak of nature at that time.
Yeah.
If he played in today's game, he'd still be good, but he ain't getting 200 yards a game, 3 touchdowns.
He played in the era with my God, the guy that had long hair and people freaked out at first. I forget his name. Diamond Joe.
Diamond Joe.
Did they call him Diamond Joe or something?
Joe.
I forget his name.
What was he, a quarterback?
Maybe. I think he played for the Jets. God, this is terrible because I'm not a sports guy.
Are you talking about God damn it. Why can't I think of the incredible quarterback from the Jets who was legendary? Joe Namath?
Joe Namath, yeah.
Why can't I think of this?
Yeah, Joe Namath and Johnny Unitas and all those guys.
The Colts, yeah. Joe Namath played for the Jets.
Yeah.
Johnny Unitas played for the Colts when they were still in Baltimore.
Okay.
Before they moved. And that was that same era. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So Cleveland.
So Jim Brown would have been
he was pre-Super Bowl era.
Still, I think, and probably one of the first really good.
He was definitely one of the first big name black athletes.
Yeah,
especially in football. Because football was just starting to get steam back then.
Yeah,
it was still kind of
professional football. Pro football.
So, so having athletes in film, that's aged very well.
Actually, it has because
now they're all over.
Yeah,
good athletes.
Think about LeBron James in Trainwreck. He was great.
Yo, I loved him in Trainwreck. Yeah. Don't love him in Space Jam 2, but loved him in Trainwreck.
Well, that's because it's not the same writing and the same direction.
I did like him. I actually liked him a lot in Trainwreck. Even though I don't like Amy Schumer, but I like Bill Hader.
Bill Hader was incredible in that. Bill Hader's always incredible.
Yeah, he's freaking hilarious. So I'm I like Bill Hader, and I did like LeBron in that movie.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer is just not it. You just ain't convincing me she's pulling John Cena, bro.
John Cena, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. She's just not my cup of tea. But that's, I'm sure some guys find her.
What if she was a redhead?
Still wouldn't be my cup of tea.
I understand.
She's just ugly, man.
Oh.
I'm sorry. But sorry, Amy Schumer. You ain't that funny either. But you're rich, so have fun.
Yeah.
So I had and I also had the autopilot blow up doll.
Oh my
scene
god!
with Elaine.
Oh my god! Yeah, where he was deflating.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
afterwards, they have a cigarette.
Yeah.
So funny, bro. Elaine was great.
She was, because she seemed naive and innocent.
Yes, but she wasn't, though.
No, not at all.
I like that. And
Yeah.
she played it well. The actress, she still does a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
now.
Julie Hagerty.
Yeah, she was great, and She's the Man. She was even good in Freddie Got Fingered.
Oh, really? With Tom Green?
Yeah.
Wow.
Considered one of the worst films of all time, which I totally disagree with.
I don't know. We've been talking about Grease 2 and Airplane 2.
I do. Those are way worse than Freddie Got. I'd watch Freddie Got Fingered 20 times before I watched those. Freddie Got Fingered has its moments, trust me. Tom Green's funny. I don't care what anyone says. Then again, I grew up with that. I was like 10 when that movie.
Oh, yeah, and he had an MTV show at the same time.
The Tom Green show was hilarious.
Yeah.
So those are my most rewatchables.
He was in Road Trip, too.
He's funny as hell. He
Todd Phillips.
Yeah, Todd Phillips did do that.
Yeah.
It's so weird. He ended up doing the Joker, man. He's a comedy guy.
Yeah, if you look at the trajectory of his career, it was like Road Trip, oh my God, the Old School. And then Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch, also underrated.
Yeah, that one's great.
Yeah, it's funny.
God, and think about even
and
Jason.
Hangover, bro.
Oh, and then the Hangover trilogy.
That pushed him really up.
But man, a lot of great actors. I love Jason Bateman in Starsky and Hutch as Vince Vaughn's like accountant or whatever.
Dude, he's fucking great.
And also Bateman in Dodgeball as the one.
Oh, the announcer.
Yeah, Pepper. What's his name? Pepper.
Hair. I think that's his name. God, he looks so young in that movie.
Yeah.
All of them, like Vince Vaughn looks like a baby in that movie.
He does, yeah.
Oh my God. I was watching Swingers.
Oh, wow.
Ago. Oh my God.
You were so money, you don't even know
so money, dude. You're so money. I'm like, yo, him and Jon Favreau look so young. I'm like, God, they look like little kids in this.
That was, I think, Doug Liman's first film.
Yes, it was his first film.
And look, Jon Favreau wrote that.
He wrote it. Yep.
Yeah.
He wanted to direct it. They're like, nope. And he's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Now look at him. He's like one of the most influential dudes in the game.
Yeah, and really because of Elf and Iron Man.
And The Mandalorian, dude.
But I think Elf got him Iron Man, which ended up leading to The Mandalorian. You know what I mean?
Leading to the MCU being the hottest shit around.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau kicked the MCU off. Let's keep it real.
Did,
he
definitely.
set a standard.
I think he's the one who also fought for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and bro, look, Disney, he needs to be getting royalty checks for the rest of his life from Disney.
He might, because I think his name is usually on as like an executive producer.
Yeah, so he's got
because he's the one that started. Because I remember it on like Endgame and Infinity War.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
this little interesting. What is he, Italian?
He might be.
Yeah, whatever he is, just this interesting little
Rudy's roommate from Rudy.
Yeah. That was that his first movie?
It might have been because remember Vince Vaughn was in it too because he's the one who's like, let's win this one for Rudy.
Rudy's not bad though. Yeah, I actually like Rudy. John, man, he came a long way, and then
he did.
Him and Vince Vaughn, they just must be best friends because then they did 4 Christmases.
Yeah,
which was
Couples Retreat, which was terrible.
Retreat. That movie's funny, bro.
Okay, you know who loves that movie?
Felicia.
Of course. Naturally. You and her love the same movie.
We like some of the same trash films.
Yeah.
You know, listen, like Phantasm is a good trash film, dude. Like
I did enjoy Phantasm.
Yeah, like it's fun.
Yeah.
And you gotta respect it was made for like $5.
Yeah, and you get what you pay for.
You really do. But you got a little more than what you value.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry,
way off. Best character?
Best character. Let me see here. I have I put Leslie Nielsen. Believe it or not, Dr. Rumack.
Yep, Dr. Rumack.
Dr. Rumack.
I had him and Elaine.
Ah, yes.
I had them as best characters. Because Rumack is definitely the best.
They are honestly, I think, the glue that hold everything together. Even just storyline wise. Yeah, because Elaine is what connects Ted to everything.
Connects Ted to everything. And Elaine does. Like, in the second half of the film, she doesn't talk much, but she just does some funny stuff.
Yeah,
She's just a funny physical actor.
Yeah.
And just kind of being around, making everything go.
Yeah.
She does keep the train on the tracks.
She does,
And she's just, I thought she was funny. I loved her look. You know, she had that very vibrant look for, like, the late 70s, early 80s with the big, nice hair. And she was a pretty lady, you know? She was cool. I thought she was good. Worst character.
I put Barbara Billingsley because we just talked about how that aged poorly.
Yeah.
With her talking jive.
Yeah.
That to me would be the worst.
I had Ted.
Really, is the worst character.
Ted is horrible.
Well,
He's funny, but his character sucks.
You know what? Now that you mention it, he does. He does suck.
Like, he sucks. He's our lead, so like we roll with him and stuff.
But he's swallowing in self-pity the whole time.
Everyone around him can't stand being around him.
Yeah.
They don't want to be around you. The passengers don't want to be
around
you.
Yeah.
You're just a pain in the ass. If you didn't save us on here, you'd be useless.
My God, you're right.
That's what, Ted is the worst character. He didn't bother me or anything. I was just like, he's not that likable as a lead.
You're right, and he caused the death of at least 3 people.
Yeah, I'm like,
a 10 if you count the 7 from the airstrike that he's always reminiscing about.
Yes, yeah, he's. I mean, he was fine. You know, I thought the actor was good.
Yes,
but the character itself.
You're right. The character is garbage.
Not that great. Yeah, I'm like, whatever. You know, and I'm like, Elaine didn't want to be with you for a reason, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, and she was pretty adamant about that throughout the entire film, you know, throughout the majority of it.
Wow.
So
you're right.
She would have moved on.
Yeah.
You know, if he didn't fight, she would have moved on.
Remember in Airplane 2, she does move on.
Yeah. So I mean,
I hate to bring up Airplane 2, but
keep that in us. So
nitpicks.
Mm-hmm. I have one. I only have one.
I only have one also.
It's a weird one.
So is mine, so go ahead.
So when the flashback when they're in Africa with the Africans and they start playing basketball.
Yeah.
The scene when they all clearly are very good. They're all taking shots. They all make it. One guy airballs the fuck out of it.
Really?
And it just falls flat. And you gotta really be watching to see it. But I saw it and I was like, if I was a director, I might be like, we're doing this over. Because it's when you see it, it's blatant. You see it and it's just like, and I'm like, every other shot goes in though.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's some super nitpicking, you know, that's some me finding something to bitch about.
Okay, here's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Why does a taxi keep charging the guy waiting for Ted Stryker when it charges per mile? And the taxi hasn't moved.
Yo, you're right.
Because in the beginning, Ted is a taxi driver and he stops at the airport to get on the plane, and a guy goes into the taxi and Ted leans in and starts the meter running, but the taxi doesn't move. And even at the end of the film, it's up to however much money. Because however long it's taking, and the guy's still waiting.
Hey, I bet you're going to pay for this time, bro. I bet you're going to pay for this time. That's funny. See, like, and in one of their films, those are the kind of nitpicks you're going to have.
Yeah,
like weird,
nothing really.
Goofy, like, just some kind of weird technical flaw or something anyone would overlook.
Yeah.
So recasting couch, who you got?
Now, did this list help you when I sent it to you?
It did, because I got a couple. I did. Okay. I ended up with 5 recasts.
Okay, so for Ted, I put Bill Hader, who we mentioned previously.
He would have made Ted way more likable.
He would have, yeah. For Elaine, I put Kristen Wiig. Because they've worked together too, so they would have a chemistry to begin with.
She's very Elaine-like, not as pretty, but definitely funny, and she's got the tall frame and stuff. You know, she definitely could play the role. Great actress.
For Dr. Rumack, I put Tom Hanks or Steve Carell, but I think Tom Hanks would be better.
I think because he could play it straighter better.
Yes.
Steve Carell, we kind of look at him as a funny guy already.
Yes.
So we're going to go into it expecting him to deliver it funny.
Yeah.
But Tom Hanks is going to give you that dry that it needs.
Yeah. I was thinking of Tom Hanks from Asteroid City.
Yes,
that's what I was thinking of.
That's immediately where my mind
went. Or even Steve Carell from Asteroid City.
Yeah, he played that really well.
That's where my mind was going.
Asteroid City cast. Okay.
Now for Roger Murdoch, the previously mentioned LeBron James, just to go with the basketball thing.
Yeah, LeBron.
Now for Steve McCroskey, Lloyd Bridges' character, I was thinking Bob Odenkirk would be perfect.
Oh my God, that's perfect, dude.
Yes, because I think he could deliver those lines great. Now, for Rex Kramer, I was thinking Bryan Cranston.
I think you're going to like who I picked for Rex. Bryan Cranston would be good, though.
Yeah.
I like yours a little bit more. It would fit better. But I have a fun one that would just kind of shake shit up.
And for the captain, I put Andre Braugher because he's a great actor. And after Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he can do comedy.
Yeah.
And I put Johnny Henshaw, who was the gay guy we mentioned earlier in the film. I put Bowen Yang,
who is that?
He's popular on SNL right now. He's an Asian,
he's Asian?
openly gay guy.
Okay.
He's hilarious, but he's Awkwafina's cousin in Nora from Queens.
I need to watch
Yeah,
that
great show. Did Cora tell you to watch it?
No, a couple people have.
Yeah, because we watched it when it first came out. It's incredible.
Because I love Awkwafina, so I've been wanting to watch it.
He plays her cousin. That's where I first saw him.
You know what?
Before SNL.
I've seen him. He is fun.
He's incredible.
I've seen 2 episodes of it. He is, because don't they share a room?
I think at one point, maybe.
One point, don't they share a room?
I think so.
Because he's always bitching at her. She sleeps and shit all day.
Yeah.
He was funny. He actually is.
He was in that movie Fire Island, which I didn't see that came out. I think it's on Hulu.
Never saw that.
But he's incredible. He's funny and he's incredible. He's one of SNL's best performers right now, other than Kenan Thompson, who's incredible.
Who's been there forever. You know, he's a staple there.
Yeah.
All right, so mine for Ted, I had Jason Sudeikis.
You know what? He would be good.
I think he would be good.
He would actually be good
because it's the way he delivers lines. I like the way he delivers lines. Like I thought he would be good.
Yeah.
For Elaine, I picked your girl, Anna Kendrick.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what?
Something about her look, I think, works well, and I think she could deliver that dry sense of humor too.
And because she's a little older now, I think it would work.
Because she's like 35, 6.
Probably now. Yeah.
She's like ripe age to play it.
Yeah.
Romac, bro, I want Steve Martin.
My God, you're right.
I think he would play it well. Even though he is looked at as a funny guy, Steve Martin's still a good actor. So he can give you the dry it needs.
And if he takes himself as seriously in the role as he does, like playing the banjo, because he takes that really seriously. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be funny to say that. You know, if he talks about it, he's like really into it.
Okay.
If he would approach the character like that, he would be perfect.
Yeah,
you're right.
Steve Martin, because he's another like a guy who's looked old forever, like Leslie.
Yeah, you're right.
He's looked the same since the 70s, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you look the same age in The Jerk as you do in like Bringing Down the House. I'm like,
Bringing Down the House with Queen Latifah.
Yep, funny.
Wow.
Freaking Betty White.
Wow.
Murdoch, I went with Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Bucks. Have you ever seen him?
You know what?
He plays now.
Was he on The Masked Singer at one point?
I don't know. Hold on. I don't watch The Masked Singer.
I know. I'm sorry. I love Ken Jeong. I should have put Ken Jeong somewhere because I do love Ken Jeong. But that's why I watch The Masked Singer, so I can see Ken Jeong do stuff and be funny around people who are trying to be funny around Ken Jeong.
They call him the Greek Freak, bro. He plays now. He's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like.
I'm scared of that bicep.
He's 6'11".
Good Lord.
Yeah. So
you know what? Yeah.
He'd be in that cockpit just
hunched
over, looking crazy.
Because Kareem is what, 7'2", I think.
He's 7 plus.
Yeah.
He's freaking huge. Yeah, so I picked Giannis because I knew you were going with LeBron.
Oh, so yes.
Go with another big tall guy.
Yeah.
People like Giannis.
Because I was thinking, isn't LeBron playing with the Lakers?
Yeah.
So I think that's why I picked him.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
Because the Lakers
you had the perfect pick for that.
Yeah,
so I just went with Giannis for fun. For Captain Rex, I went with David Duchovny.
You know what? He could really work.
Yeah, I was just went with something fun. He just popped in my head.
Because believe it or not, he can do comedy.
He can.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking about like Californication.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's funny in that. And then like some of the newer stuff he's done, like little like supporting roles, he's funny, man.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny. That
would work.
I got for cast.
Yeah, that's a great cast.
But I like yours a lot. You picked some good. I think Bill Hader would be just money.
But look, Jason Sudeikis though, believe it or not,
good too.
Yeah.
Or even like maybe even Jason Bateman.
John Hamm.
John Hamm would be good.
Yeah.
He is goofy.
Yes, like, he's great at comedy.
I'm like, he likes to have fun. Like, even though he can play the serious real good.
Yeah.
But he definitely likes it. He would, like he did Fletch, dude. Like,
that was great too.
Yeah, that was good.
Woodward Jr. was great in that movie.
I'm like, I gotta say, like, John Hamm is very underrated, I would say, I think. So it's a good cast. So Airplane, we got through that pretty good. So
what's your grade for Airplane?
Yeah, we got a great Airplane.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. It's got to be an A+, right?
That's what I would say.
Like it has to be. Because it changed the game. And it still holds up so well. People still talking about Airplane. You know, we're what, 40 years?
43.
43 years later.
Yeah.
People still talking about this film. People still chasing this film.
Yeah.
I mean,
because was Soul Plane supposed to be sort of like Airplane?
Soul Plane was
sort of.
Absolutely. They were like, let's make a urban airplane.
Yeah.
That's what they did. And it did not work. You know, it has its moments.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about Snoop Dogg instead of LeBron in my cast.
That would be funny.
Yeah,
though.
that would be funny. But then I'm like, it has to be a basketball
It's gotta be a basketball player.
Yeah, just to have the symmetry.
Player. Yeah, I'm like, even if we were gonna bring freaking Dennis Rodman out,
wow,
it's got to be a ball player. But I like LeBron or Giannis because they're both really tall.
Yeah,
so they both need to look. Because Dennis was only 6'6".
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't that big. I mean, that's big, but like, he played bigger than his size was.
Yeah,
he played like a 7-footer, but he wasn't that big. Like, so I was like, LeBron's 6'9", so that's good. Giannis 6'11", that's good. Maybe even Kevin Durant, if you know who he is.
Yeah,
he's 6'11" as well.
Wow,
so somebody like that, I think they would be fun. But
the only reason I didn't choose Shaq is because he's in everything anyway.
He's already an actor.
Yeah,
and him in that cockpit. I ain't trying to be in there because he's tall and thick.
Yeah, he is.
Big. Shaq's got to be 320, 330 pounds. Got to be.
Maybe
7'2", dude.
Yeah.
Size 20 plus shoe.
Wow.
So let's get into
you handle Top Secret.
All right, I'll handle Top Secret
for the recap, I should say.
All right,
because you love Top Secret.
I do love Top Secret. So Top Secret, directed by these same guys, 1984, starring my man Val Kilmer.
You do love Val Kilmer.
I do love Val. Dude, Val Kilmer is great. It makes me so sad he's going through his stuff right now.
But at least
and Bruce Willis, awful.
Yeah.
It makes me sick. But Top Secret.
That's where Val started.
Is where Val started, guys. Yeah. And he is incredible in this film. Now, Top Secret is probably the lesser known of these three. I didn't see this film until, much later in life. But Top Secret is about a young, up-and-coming American singer who is essentially sent to Germany, to be a kind of a decoy for some major bad things that the Germans are doing over there.
He ends up getting involved in espionage.
He gets involved in espionage.
It's a spoof of spy movie.
It's a spoof of spy movie. He essentially becomes a spy.
Yeah.
He's not a great one.
No.
He essentially becomes a spy, but he's also this American singer who's this heartthrob.
Yeah.
And
Nick Rivers,
which the opening scene after they show the great Omar Sharif fighting on a train being silly as hell, which was another shout to Airplane. You took one of the best dramatic actors from the 60s and put him in the goofiest role. It's like
especially later on when they show him again.
We'll get because I got that on rewatchable scenes.
Yeah.
But so you got Omar Sharif, and I'm like, the first time I watched, I was like, is that my man Sheriff Ali from Lawrence of Arabia? I was like, what is happening in this film already?
Yeah.
So I was already intrigued, but they get to Germany, and it's just fun, goofy, silly.
Yeah, because it's like, I guess it's East Germany.
Yeah.
Because it's like really super like fascist.
It's very German only.
Nazi-fied.
Yes, it's very it definitely gives you that Nazi feeling.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, this movie's just literally a goofy, fun ride. But it's Val Kilmer that really makes this movie work and shine, because a lesser actor, this movie would have sucked. Yeah. It could have easily went off the rails. Now, some of the supporting characters are incredible, but Val Kilmer, he carries this thing. He's charismatic. He's handsome. He knows his comedic timing was just right. He didn't go too over the top with the comedy.
Yeah.
He gave it just enough to be believable as Nick Rivers, because he's supposed to be a smooth dude.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be this losery, goofy, he's supposed to be a guy people like and look up to and aspire to be like. And he plays both sides very well. So, I mean, honestly, this movie, all it is it's a guy, so after he gets to Germany, he meets a woman, and her father is being held prisoner by the German government. And essentially, he's trying to help her escape. Help him escape. Some other little bumps and bruises comes along the way. Her ex-boyfriend shows up.
Oh my god,
Nigel, bro. Who's now he's definitely not the same from
no, he isn't. No, he is not.
Nigel was. We'll get to the characters. So Top Secret. Honestly, guys, It's a good time. It opens up after you get the opening scene. You get Skeet Surfing.
Yeah, a song by Nick Rivers.
Yep, a song by Nick Rivers, completely spoofed from the Beach Boys style, of course. And the song is freaking hilarious. What he said, everybody has surfboards and a 12 gauge too. Like, it's freaking on the beach. All these guys are surfing with shotguns.
Yeah.
And the girls are pulling clay disc and they're in the water on surfboards shooting the clay disc out the sky with this song on. And it's just skeet surfing.
Yeah.
Skeet surfing. Like if you like the Beach Boys, you gotta laugh at it. You're just gonna be like, it's just it's an appreciation thing.
Yeah,
They're one of the biggest bands of all time. So
especially America at that time.
American.
Because Nick is sort of an amalgam of like Elvis and the Beach Boys.
Elvis and the Beach Boys, yeah. So I was like, he's got an Elvis vibe too. And, splashing a little Chuck Berry, a little soul. Cause he got some soul too for a white boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the opening scene is just hilarious. And then you get this shot of this chick on the beach. And I'm glad you texted me about it, because like when I watch it, every time I'm like, man, that chick. And you only see her for like 2 seconds. But every time and everyone who's watching is like, yo, holy shit. And it's just funny because she has nothing to do with the film.
No.
But clearly they knew, put this girl in frame.
And if you look up on Google like the trailer for the movie, that's like the picture.
Up right away.
Yeah.
It's like this chick, like she's laying face down in the sand, and then she like leans up, but not all the way. But you just see enough of her, and she's striking looking. She is. You're like, okay. And I'm like, damn, I'm sad this girl wasn't in the whole movie. But it's a great scene. And then so, after that, Nick is on the train with his manager, and they're going over, and everything just goes off the rails pretty much from that point on.
Honestly, that's a good metaphor, because it does really start with them on a train, and then it goes off the rails.
It goes off the rails, really. It does, because and Nick is funny because like one of the best quotes is when he's trying to learn the German.
Oh,
and he says something to him. He's like, "Oh, does that mean this?" He's like,
"No, it means is your daughter 18?"
Like Val Kilmer was just like, he was a perfect little blueprint for, like you said, Elvis mixed with like a Beach Boys style. Like he really is definitely supposed to have like an Elvis-y vibe to him.
Yeah.
And like, hell, if Val Kilmer was his age now, he would have played Elvis. He already played Elvis. Yeah. He played him in True Romance. If you watch True Romance, Christian Slater, every time he's in the mirror and Elvis is talking to him, it's Val Kilmer. You can't tell.
Really?
Because he's so made up, but it's Val Kilmer, and he's got the voice down perfect, dude.
Was he in, was it 3,000 Miles to Graceland with Kevin Costner?
It's Val, or is it Kurt Russell?
Oh, it's Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner.
Okay. Kurt Russell.
I'm sorry, yeah.
I did like that movie when I saw it, but I haven't seen it in probably like 15 years or so.
Yeah.
But I do remember liking that.
Because he would have been a good Elvis.
He would have been a good Elvis. Dude, look at his Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Dude, and I was like, I'm watching The Doors. I'm like, that's Jim. That ain't no damn Val Kilmer. I'm like, who's that? I'm like, this is Jim, dude. He had the body, he just had it all, man. I'm like, fucking, man, Val Kilmer was so underrated. He got snubbed on an Oscar for that and for Tombstone, but whatever.
And for Willow. Mad Mardigan.
I haven't seen Willow forever.
That's probably the first thing I think I saw him in as a kid.
Probably.
That or Top Gun as Iceman.
Which, that ain't even one of his better roles. He's very subdued in there, but not in the right way. He's just... He didn't want to do Top Gun, though. He was contractually obligated to.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only reason he did
He's probably like, can we cut this volleyball scene?
God, that movie has not aged well. It really hasn't. I'm sorry. I know people love Top Gun, but especially when you watch Maverick now. If you watch Maverick, you're like, why would I even watch the original? It's like, for real. Like, unless you want to just see Val for a little bit, that's the only reason, man.
Yeah.
Like, aside from Goose dying, you don't need to see none of that movie.
Right. Yeah, just for context for Maverick.
And they even give you the reference in it, so you don't even need to watch it. So it is what it is. But anywho, so he's in Germany pretty much causing havoc. He gets himself involved with this girl who he's feeling, she's cute, but she wasn't all that.
Yeah, she looked a lot like Donna Reed. I think I texted that to you.
You did
In the
say that.
beginning. I'm like, but like Donna Reed from like It's a Wonderful Life.
Back in the
yeah,
so good. But yeah, it's just a goofy ass movie, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's stupid. It's if you like Airplane, you may not like this as much, but you'll still you're gonna laugh at some parts because it's got some goofy stuff all over it, stuff that you gotta pay attention to, all over the frame. It's a fun time.
It is a lot like Airplane in that way.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like it as much, but I still laughed.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna laugh.
And I appreciated the references.
Yes,
and
stuff. It has some of the best songs in it.
It's not as good as Austin Powers as far as spy spoofs, though.
No, Austin Powers is a better spy spoof.
Yeah.
Because it has a better plot.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'll probably laugh more at Top Secret than Austin Powers. Austin Powers is funny.
Yeah, Austin Powers is funny.
A lot of it's freaking stupid. Like, Goldmember hasn't aged that well.
Well, I'm just thinking of the first one.
Yeah, the first one, International Man of Mystery.
Because the first one is like Mike Myers trying to be Peter Sellers.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is. You know, he's Peter Sellers. He's wearing his crushed velvet suits from What's New Pussycat and doing like 3 different characters Dr. Strangelove.
I do love Fat Bastard, though. Fat Bastard.
Get in my belly.
Chili baby back ribs. He said, I want your baby. Fat bastard.
Anyway, sorry.
That character probably hasn't aged well in the body acceptance community.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it has because he is proud to be fat, but then he has the whole monologue about how he eats because he's unhappy, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I eat because I'm unhappy. You can hear the Shrek in there a little bit.
Yeah.
You can hear a little Shrek in there.
Yeah.
Mike Myers had a run. Anywho,
He did. You're right.
Run from like 97 to like 05. He was going hard.
92 if you count Wayne's World. And then Wayne's World 2.
Yeah. Then he took he fell off a little bit and then he came right back up with Austin Powers and then jumped off Austin Powers and jumped in Shrek.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, he was getting paid, bro.
Because that was what Jay Roach directed, at least the first Austin Powers, maybe the first 2. And then he did those Fockers movies. Meet the Fockers or Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents. No, Jay Roach.
Oh, Jay Roach. Okay, I was like,
yeah.
Oh, Meet the Parents is great. Meet the Fockers is decent. Little Fockers.
Ouch.
Yeah, don't even.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Meet the Parents movies. So we might as well just jump in the questions because the questions for these kind of movies, questions kind of
they help flesh
tell
out
you everything. Yeah. Because we'll lay out all the best stuff.
We might have the same MVP because there can be only one, right?
It's Val.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Val Kilmer.
It's like the Highlander. There can be only one.
Yeah, so that was pretty easy. Val Kilmer for the MVP, which I mean, I don't think anyone is shocked.
Yeah,
because he killed it. He bodied the role, especially for a first role, like first big role like this.
Yeah. He was a stage actor before that.
Yeah, but
so he had chops.
This guy hadn't done 4 or 5 movies already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for being his first film, incredible.
Very strong confidence. You could tell, and he had good comedic timing too.
Yeah,
and we're not used to Val Kilmer doing comedy.
No,
you know what I mean? He really became a drama guy. But
yeah, he did. I think the next thing he did was a TV version of the Murders at the Rue Morgue, an Edgar Allan Poe story with George C. Scott.
Yeah. My Lord, a heavyweight.
Yeah, so imagine, acting with, there's a lot of great actors in this film, and then you go to George C. Scott and act with him.
I'd be intimidated.
Man.
They said he was one of the most intimidating guys ever.
I believe it.
They said he drank heavy, he took no shit, he would get in your face, and he would make you do shit how it's supposed to be.
Wow.
But then you go out with him after his set, he's the coolest guy I ever met. They're like, he's super slick. They're like, but man, he's intense to work with, but they're like, the magic's there.
It's probably like Gordon Ramsay in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
But like he's cool with them when they get the rewards, but when they're actually doing the job, he's like,
this fuck throwing shit against the wall, throwing
because he's standard.
Yeah, it's very high.
Yeah.
But he ain't Gordon Ramsay for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. So that's probably why.
Yeah, George C. Scott didn't win Oscars and get a bunch of Oscar noms for no reason.
Yeah.
He was, dude.
And he could do anything.
And he could. Dude, Dr. Kubrick brought that comedy
out my God,
Dr. Strangelove. He was like, chewing the gum, bro. Oh, my God. I was like.
Incredible. I love that film.
I love it. So funny. Peter Sellers, dude, has had me in stitches in that movie. Even like James Earl Jones, young in there.
Yeah.
Like, there's The
Was it
writing,
Slim
in that
Pickens?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The writing and the directing was just too good. He's like, dude, Kubrick had to make that movie for $20, bro. It's like it's in the war room and then the airplane. It's
yeah,
like, that's really it.
Oh, and the
little
and the office of our guy Sterling Hayden. Yeah, the guy we keep seeing everywhere now.
He's everywhere now.
Yeah.
So, but
although 50 years later, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Or 60 years later.
Right.
Yeah, he's nowhere right now. But we keep seeing him in older things. Now we know who he is.
So
peak season. I couldn't really think of
anybody.
No
one. I literally wrote no one.
You know who I put? The guy who played Latrine.
No, he was great, man.
He'd always show up like always dying.
I was like, my man's dying at all times.
Because I don't know who he was, but it was his peak season.
If we had like that guy award just for the best random guy in the film, he would win
Latrine. Yeah,
he was always injured. I'm like, bro, why is this guy? No one else is hurt. This guy's always hurt.
Yeah.
When he shows up at the restaurant after he does, you got to straighten the rug.
Yes.
That is so funny, bro. I'm like, yo, what is with this guy?
And we have to say, he's part of the French resistance.
Yes.
So there's all these French guys that Nigel, the ex-boyfriend of the girl, he's like the leader of. So everyone is French, like Deja Vu.
Yeah, Deja Vu, Chocolate Mousse.
Of course, Chocolate Mousse is a brown guy.
He's a big black guy, yeah, who drinks gasoline.
Oh, my God, yeah.
When he shoots the cannon out the window, holding it straight up, I'm like, yo, this guy. Chocolate Mousse was great. Yeah, they're all named after like
French
weird
names.
French foods and
stuff. Yeah.
Like,
and then Latrine.
Wasn't one of the guys named like Croissant or something?
Yeah, it was Croissant. Yes. Yeah. It's like it's just French words that American audiences would know.
Yeah,
that's all it was. And I know you love Deja Vu.
Deja Vu is freaking hilarious. When he introduces him, Deja Vu, he's like, have we met before?
And Deja Vu was played by Jim Carter, who is Carson in Downton Abbey.
Your favorite. Absolute favorite.
I mean, he's the head butler.
This guy watches Downton Abbey every week.
But also, I think I texted you, he was also in Not the 9 O'Clock News, a British sketch show that had a young Rowan Atkinson in it before. Mr. Bean, for those who don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's still alive, huh?
Oh, yeah. And Mel Smith was in it. And he was the albino in The Princess Bride.
Crazy.
If you remember, in The Pit of Despair.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a really funny actor, too.
Rob Reiner, man.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner, another beast. Random.
Yeah.
He's so rich now, dude, because that stupid company he had.
Was that Castle Rock or something?
Yeah, he's got a few $100 million, dude.
I believe it.
Rob Reiner's sitting there just like...
And look, his dad was Carl Reiner.
Yeah,
so it's like...
money was always...
His dad showed him and he listened.
Baby?
Actually, I would say no, because I think he started in different writers' rooms all on his own and worked his way up.
You're right. Right.
So
yeah, I had no one for peak season as well. So
yeah,
there was a lot of good characters, but I don't think this was anyone's mountaintop.
Yeah. But see, look, I actually had the guy who played Latrine.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was.
Because that's all I could think of.
He was.
Because when he showed up, you're like,
every time he showed up, you're like, oh, what's wrong with him now?
Yeah.
So all right.
How about best quotes?
Well, I gotta.
There's a lot. Just like an airplane. Yeah.
I had a couple. You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Well, I had the entire skeet surfing song.
Okay, yes. That is a great song.
Surfing,
that is a great song.
You can that whole song you can just run around. I was just singing random lines from it.
Any Nick Rivers song that isn't a cover of a pre-existing song, you could probably have.
Great. Yeah, they're all great. Yeah. So then I had when freaking Omar Sharif gets to the place and he's talking to the guy. And he's like, he was a good white basketball player. He said, there are no good white basketball players. I was like,
that's right.
And that honestly might have aged the worst, too. Because there's so many good white basketball players since that movie came out. Yeah. Like, you've had Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash. I mean, even Larry Bird was...
Yeah, I was going to say Larry Bird at that time.
Dude, and now you got, like, Luka Doncic right now is super good. Like, there's, like... You've had a lot of good white... Peja Stojakovic from the early 2000s was an incredible shooter.
There was a guy... there was a guy,
John Stockton.
He was on the Sixers a few years ago. I don't think he's on Sixers anymore. Is it like JJ Redick?
JJ Redick?
Yeah.
Oh, he's incredible.
He could always do 3-pointers.
I was like, he's one of the best shooters at that time. Bro.
Incredible.
Yeah, JJ Redick was awesome.
Yeah,
he was a good compliment to Joel. Wish I would have kept him at least 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah.
But anyways, we want to talk about sports here, guys.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
That's nerdy crap. I had is your daughter 18?
Oh yes, yes.
I had that, of course.
Is what is it? Is Deine Tochter Oxane bitte or something? Is like the German part of it.
You're pretty good with that. I was not spitting the German part.
Yeah, it was something to that effect.
It was something, and he's like, I forgot what he thinks it means. He thinks it means something good, and he's like, "Is your daughter 18?"
Yeah.
Then I go more. It means she whose bosoms defy gravity.
You know what? Oh yeah. I don't have that in here, but yeah, because then he talked because her name Hillary. That's what it means in German.
Yes,
and then she asks about his name, Nick, and he's like, "It's something my dad thought about." He was
shaving. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That part is funny as hell. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. And then at the very end, same from the chick, "Goodbye, deja vu. I'll never forget you."
You're right. That is a great line.
Great line.
That is a great line.
So what was it you have?
I know a little German. He's sitting over there. and they show a midget dressed in like a German uniform.
I forgot about that line. That line was freaking hilarious.
And this one is Nick's manager talking to him when Nick is in jail. He's like, "Nick, I've tried everything. The embassy, the German government, the consulate. I even talked to the UN ambassador. It's no use. I just can't bring my wife to orgasm."
Yep. Did you try this?
Yeah.
He pulls out what is it, the Anal Crusader or something like that? Some crazy game.
Or Anal Intruder.
Yeah, that's like, what? I was like, oh my god.
And that's how he dies.
That's funny. Yes.
Yeah,
bro.
It's because they explain it.
What is this thing? Yeah, that's funny.
Oh. And then I just have this other quote. It's Nick and Hillary talking. "Listen to me, Hillary. I'm not the first guy who fell in love with the woman that he met at a restaurant who turned out to be the daughter of a kidnapped scientist, only to lose her to her childhood lover, who she last saw on a deserted island, who then turned out 15 years later. Oh, I'm sorry, turned out 15 years later to be the leader of the French underground." And then Hillary's like, "I know, it all sounds like some bad movie." And then they look at the camera.
Right before the wall.
Yeah.
That had to be one of the first movies to like do that, like really kind of spoof the script right to the audience directly.
Other than Airplanes, I think Ted Stryker does that a few times.
Does do it a couple times. They kind of pioneered that.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have done that after them.
Yeah, like Ferris Bueller. Yeah, famously.
Like Spike Lee breaks the fourth wall all the time. Like, like a lot of guys have done it.
Did you watch the Enola Holmes films on Netflix with
11?
Yeah, 11.
No, I didn't watch them.
They're actually pretty decent, but she breaks the fourth wall all the time. So that's like a more modern example.
Like, they kind of started that.
Yeah, they did.
Like some bad movie.
and honestly, when he says that to her, that's the plot of the film.
I was literally just about to say that sums it up.
Yeah,
it sums the whole film up right there.
Yeah, and that's what's funny because everything that happened up to that point.
Yes, I was like, it was a great summary of the film for anyone who doesn't get what's going on.
Yeah,
Nick got you right.
Yeah, right there.
What else you got?
That was actually it because there's a few other things that are good, but it's like
it's like Airplane songs. There's too many. I'm like, I'm just writing quotes now. I ain't gonna be watching it after a while.
Because look, even Peter Cushing was in it.
Oh random.
Yeah,
that was like some random.
Omar Sharif, Michael Gogg, who I told you played Alfred in the Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher Batman film. So it's the first time Batman and Alfred worked together. Was this film from Batman Forever?
And it was probably, and they coming back like over 10 years later.
Yeah, I think it may have been 11. Yeah,
and Val's probably like, "Let's go, bro." He's like, "Wow, you've really blossomed since Top Secret." He's like, "You did Tombstone."
He's like, "I just watched Tombstone. Congratulations."
He's like, "You don't have tuberculosis, right?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You're a little too good in there."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too good in that. All right. What's Ace's best?
I put the best would be the songs.
All the songs. So when we were talking, when you sent me the songs earlier, so I listened to them at the gym, embarrassingly.
How was that embarrassing? I bet you were jazzed.
I was jazzing up, bro. I was like, "Sheet surfing," and then I'm like, "You gotta straighten the rug." I'm like, "Why am I singing?" Like, I'm bopping, dude. I'm like, "What is happening?" And then, of course, my favorite, "How silly can you get?" I'm like, bro, I'm sitting there.
And he sang all those songs.
I was like, he had
amazing
a voice, which I'm guessing. God damn it, like Oliver Stone, was watching Top Secret, like, he's a performer.
Yeah.
He's a stage performer. He could be Jim.
Yeah.
And he had to have watched Top Secret.
I guess I never saw The Doors, unfortunately. I want to. I know, I'm sorry. Did he sing all the songs in there?
I think he did, dude.
After watching this, he would have had to.
You have to watch The Doors.
Because Kyle MacLachlan's in there. And
Kyle MacLachlan's in it. There's a bunch of people in it,
Yeah.
Dude.
I do enjoy it.
For Val, baby.
Yeah.
He's incredible. And, dude, you're going to be like, how did he not win the Oscar for this? He was incredible. So, yeah, on What's Age the Best, I did have the songs, and I had Ladies on the Beach.
Yeah.
I'm like,
they're evergreen, really.
Yeah. Like, bro, like I said, the one chick, like when you sent me the picture, I was like,
yeah,
that is her.
I'm like, this is all I couldn't even find her name.
No clue. And this chick's probably like, yo, I'm like literally a weird icon. No one even actually knows who I am.
Yeah, and that's terrible.
That frame, and they're like, yo. I'm like, anyone who's seen that movie is like, holy hell.
And that's horrible for her. Like, she should get the credit at least.
She should, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's looking like now. She can't be that old.
I mean, that was
probably like 50.
That was almost 40 years ago.
Yeah, she's probably like
in her 50s, I would
55,
say.
Yeah, 55. She's probably like 18 in that movie.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 most.
Yeah.
So she's probably 55, maybe 60. Then I had what's age the worst?
I put the East Germans as like Nazi level fascists. That's what I put.
I literally said picking on Germans.
Yeah.
That's literally what I said.
Because even though at the time, like, it was more Berlin, and I thought, that was like that. So, and I think, well, they were in Berlin, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, it just seems so, I hate to say cliche.
Yes.
But maybe it was supposed to be.
Yeah, but I think, yes, because it's pure satire. But I was like, God, Germans been punching back for decades, man.
Yeah, too long.
I'm like, the Germans been, and it's like, guys, we can't be. It's pretty bad. They're still punching bags.
Yeah.
Ask Spielberg if he's making a movie that Germans.
Yeah.
It's like they've been punching bags for so long. Even in '84, it probably felt tired.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think
it's been 40 years, guys. Come on.
I'm like, I said that aged the worst too.
Yeah.
I was like, just picking on Germans.
It's like watching Hogan's Heroes. You ever watch Hogan's Heroes?
Never watched that.
A 60s show. It's a comedy that takes place in a concentration camp.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like American soldiers that like break out and do stuff to sabotage the Germans during World War II. But the Germans are so stupid that they don't know they're breaking out and doing this stuff. Like fighting on the resistance.
Yeah, so it's like more punching bag stuff.
So in a way, this film is almost a better version of Hogan's Heroes because at least it's not World War II. Yeah. And they're not sneaking out really under their noses every night,
and the
sabotaging
are smart in this movie at least. Like, so all right. What most rewatchable scenes?
I put the video for skeet surfing.
Yep, I have that as well.
And the shootout at the hideout. Well, like you said with Chocolate Mousse and the cannon and stuff, that whole shootout is great, right?
That is one of my. I watered my mouth about to spit it out. That is one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, dude. When he's playing tic-tac-toe with the guy through the window.
Yes.
He gets in, he's like, he blows the gun. I'm like, this guy. No, Deja Vu is the best though, because he can't open his window.
Oh yeah, that's right. The window's like
he smacks with the gun. The barrel bends over.
Yeah, and didn't he have like a
sledgehammer
and it broke?
Top breaks off, dude. He couldn't get it open at all. So funny, and it's like his reactions to it not working just seem so genuine. Like, like, how did this not work? You know, I just hit a glass window with a sledgehammer and the glass is intact and the sledgehammer shatters. It's just another goofy thing they do. They're just so goofy.
Yeah, because you don't expect it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when I first watched it, I'm expecting to bust the window and start shooting the gun. I was like, what the fuck? And then he kept. I was dying by the end of that scene. Oh, man. So,
it had to happen again, though.
Yes.
Because of his name.
Yes. You're correct.
Yeah. It couldn't just happen once.
Or when they first meet him and they're drinking gasoline and he's like, can I have some of that? He's like, oh, what is this? Gasoline. Like, these guys are ridiculous. All right, what else you got?
Oh, that's actually what I had. The video for skeet shooting and the shootout at the hideout. Because maybe the cow.
The cow, bro.
Yeah, the cow.
The cow, the boots.
Yeah.
So I had a couple. I had skeet surfing video as well. I had Cedric stuck in the car.
Oh my God! Yes, yes.
When the antenna goes up,
Yeah.
bro. When she puts her titties in his face.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God. He was like, maybe I can check the glove box, and he honks the horn by
Yeah.
mistake. Like, I had that in there, and it's like it was just great. They got that out of Omar Sharif.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is. I'm thinking of Dr. Zhivago, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yuri the Doctor, incredible role. You know, I'm thinking of Lawrence of Arabia, like these insane roles, and then you got him doing this stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta love these guys for being able to pull this out of these guys. I had How Silly Can You Get video. How silly can you get? When he floats up on the guitar, when he starts to hang himself,
Oh.
he puts his head in the
Oh
oven.
yes! Oh my God! And then he lays down on the track.
Yeah, so
You know what? You're right. That is
it's
actually
a funny scene.
yes,
Yo.
yes.
I'm like, and the song is actually mad catchy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I leave here, I'm probably gonna put it on while I'm driving home. I was like, you know, it is what it is. Another one of a scene that literally made me gut bust because I didn't expect it the first time I saw it. When him and the chick first kiss and he's still wearing the guitar and it crushes.
Oh yeah,
on him.
yes,
Yo,
yes. And he keeps it on though.
He keeps it on. You see
Yeah.
it, and the fucking frets hanging out the
Yeah.
side. Bro. I'm like, oh my God. So I had
Yeah.
that. Of course, I had the shootout scene.
Yes, yes.
Like Chocolate Mousse with the giant cannon he's holding in his arms, looking like Mr. T almost.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, you remind me of Mr. T. Everybody's shooting all crazy. And then the one old guy, if you see him, he's just like, he doesn't even look. He just shoots out a couple of times and then leans back and he just keeps shooting.
The short guy.
Yes, he couldn't see the window.
Mr. Potato or whatever. Because is this the potato farm?
Yes.
He's like, yeah, I'm Mr. Potato.
Yeah, I was like, that scene is great. Everyone's good. Everyone's doing something weird. Even the chick, she has a little funny moment shooting out the window. But Nick was the best with the tic-tac-toe and Deja Vu. Not being able to bust the window open. That was just good writing. And then I had the sneak in with the cow. And when Nigel gets violated,
and
he's like,
by the
"What's the rush?" He likes it, and I'm like, "God, this guy is he's really changed." Since
Well, he talks about those
seamanship.
Those pirates or whatever did.
They were pirates.
Yes,
maybe not. They were looking for booty.
Well, that reminds me of in an early episode of The Simpsons. Marge is like daydreaming about, I think, Fabio, because he used to be on the covers of all those romance novels. And she's like, are you a pirate? Or however she talks. And he's like, kinda.
Yeah, he's like, kinda.
Yeah.
Call me a pirate.
I think they used to call them butt pirates, really.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
Yeah.
They're looking for booty.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
So at the time, you wouldn't say that now.
Nigel was definitely gay.
It would be offensive to butts and pirates now.
Yes, but Nigel was gay.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Definitely.
And like his look, bro, he was like, shaved like a fish. He was super tan with the curly blonde hair.
Yeah, and he was like super buff.
He was like shredded, but he was like Twink Boy buff. He was like super skinny but shredded.
So he's the original Twink Boy.
Yeah, he's the original Twink. Like,
okay.
No offense, guys. I'm just using terms that I've come to know in my life. I hope no one's offended here. But I mean he was shredded. He was in shape, but he was still skinny and frail. Like a giant bear man could come and be like, hey, let's go take a walk.
That might be Deja Vu.
Deja. Yeah, he was a big guy. Him and Moose were big.
Yeah.
All right, best characters you got?
I put Nick is the best, and Nigel is the worst. Your Twink Boy, I put as the worst.
So best characters, I had Nick Rivers, Deja Vu,
Deja
Cedric, and Chocolate Mousse.
Yeah,
I had those for the best.
You know what? You're right. They are
good, and Latrine. Yeah, so I had those
my man Latrine.
Honestly, the whole French Revolution. Everyone in the French, except Nigel, everyone in the clique was good. Worst characters were Hillary and Nigel. That's what I had.
Wow, Hillary.
Hillary sucked.
She's terrible.
A terrible co-star.
Yeah, she was a bad actress.
Yeah, she's not a good actor. She was kind of pretty.
Yeah,
but like I'll get to her in the recast. But she was whatever. She didn't help push. Like Elaine fit the role so well.
Yeah,
like,
she
Elaine
really
pushed the character forward. This chick didn't.
Yeah, because her dad is British. What accent did she have?
Dude, I don't know what accent she's using. I'm like, she just sounds like it's some random European accent, I guess. Random Euro.
A generic.
It's like a combination of a few different. I'm like, I don't even know what you sound like.
Yeah.
Like, she was not good. There's a reason we didn't see this chick a lot. She wasn't good. So, but Nigel was terrible because the actor's good.
Yeah,
the actor's good. The chick, her acting's bad, and that's probably why her character sucked.
Yeah.
Whereas Nigel, he's just a shit guy.
He was supposed to be the worst. So bad. It shows actually how good the actor was.
That's what the actor was good. Especially like he's bossing him around and he's being a turd, bro. And of course he's plotting against Nick and all that. He's plotting against everyone.
Yeah, he double crosses everybody.
Agenda. Yeah. He's a POS. And of course that just goes to show you can't just trust a guy you haven't seen or talked to in X amount of years. You don't know what they're on now, so.
POS being the system you use at the register.
Absolutely.
Because it's a point of sale.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, point of sale. You guys can read between the lines. Yeah, I had them. So, nitpicks.
It was kind of a waste of Omar Sharif. He should have been in it more,
He should have been in it more.
Yes.
They should have fleshed him out like they did Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, because he didn't die.
He didn't die. And
as far as you know. Yeah.
Like, he actually was a good character. He definitely should have been a part of the revolution once they all got together.
Even if he was still in the car.
Yeah,
like
that
fighting with
would have
him.
been funnier.
Yeah.
Like, if they're like, all right, get the car.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, because then at least you would know, like, Cedric is still around.
He's still around. Because, like you said, he didn't die. And he was really important to Hillary getting the revolution and stuff. So he kind of he set the wheels in motion. So, I agree with that. Nitpicks, I had a really goofy one. Because, these films are all goofy. During the How Silly Can You Get song, he takes his underwear off to throw into the crowd.
He does.
It's clearly just pulling them right out the front. Because you can tell they were completely flat and not actually on them. I'm like,
and not ripped because they would have to be.
Or nothing. I was like, I think we could have did some better practical effects with this underwear.
And they were like boxers.
Yeah, they were boxers. And back then, were dudes wearing boxers like that?
Not guys in their early 20s.
I feel like they were briefed out.
Yeah. So, and then that girl's like sniffing it.
Yeah, I was like, that was and he brings that little ass girl on the stage.
Oh, yeah. And she passes out.
Like, so that scene is so funny.
That is a great scene.
You get that shit's been stuck in my head since I watched it the other day, dude.
Wow.
It's insane. All right, so recast. Only recasted 2.
Really?
I just went with the mains because I could not think of someone for Cedric.
I did 5.
Yeah, all right, because I was trying to recast the French team. I just really couldn't do it. I was having a hard time, bro.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
I had a hard time with it.
For Nick, I actually put your boy, Timothy Chalamet.
I like that. I like who I got for Nick. I think you'll like her too, but I like that.
For Hillary, I was like, maybe Florence Pugh or somebody.
She would be good.
Because she might do better.
She would absolutely do better.
For Nigel, I put Jonathan Bailey. He's the older brother in Bridgerton. He's.
I know you love your period.
Yeah. So but I think he would be able to pull off Nigel in a good way, and more modern way.
I have a tough time with Nigel too.
For Dr. Flamand, Hillary's dad, I put Andy Serkis.
Okay, I like that.
Because he's older and he's British.
Older and British, yeah. I like that.
And for
I did think about like Colin Firth or someone like that.
Yeah.
Some old legendary.
Colin Firth would be a good Cedric.
Yeah, he would. You know
what?
He would be a good
because he's already been Harry Hart.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Colin Firth would be a good Cedric.
For Deja Vu, I put, I think his name is Chris O'Dowd. He was the cop in Bridesmaids.
That's a really good cast.
I think he'd be great as Deja Vu.
I like him. He's funny too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I could not.
Because I knew Deja Vu was like your most important guy.
I was trying to, bro. I spent like 15 minutes just like looking at actors. I was like, dude, I just don't know if anyone could do it. That was a good pick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think he'd be able to do well because Jim Carter, who plays him, is British anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, I was trying to think along those lines.
For Chocolate Mousse, I did have Mr. T. I technically had 3. I forgot to write it.
You know, Mr. T's still acting, isn't he?
Probably.
He did some commercials for something a few years ago.
Still doing commercials.
But he's still around, and he's still in good shape.
He's still in good shape. He can play him,
I'm not sure, but I think he went to Yale too. He's highly educated.
Mr. T went to Yale?
Something like that. I think he went to an Ivy League school, Yale or Princeton or something.
Hell.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Mr. T is actually like,
wow.
You know.
Go ahead, Mr. T.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I had for Val Kilmer, Nick. I had Austin Butler.
Ah, you know Elvis. What? Oh, because he played Elvis. He would be perfect. You're right. You're right.
For Lucy, she may be a little too old now, but she's still looking good. I had Natalie Portman.
You know what? She'd be perfect.
It's just the look wise.
But she still looks like she's in her 20s.
Yeah, I'm like, she looks
so.
They both had that like olive glow, the curly dark hair. They just had a similar feel and look. And of course, Natalie Portman would play it better. Just like Florence Pugh would play it better.
Yeah.
And then I had Mr. T for Chocolate Mousse, but I had a really hard time with Omar Sharif and Deja Vu, and I just was like, holy hell, how do I even cast these guys? I feel like I have to pick somebody off the streets.
You might have to. That's how Tim Blake Nelson started acting. Yeah, I think he would be great.
Mm-hmm. He would. Man, see, man, like, we go through it. It's a funny film, bro. It's a decent. There's way worse ways to kill an hour and 25 minutes.
And it had been over 3 decades since I've seen it, and I do admit I'm glad I watched it again.
Yeah, it's fun to see.
Yeah. If only for the ballet scene.
If even just for the music and a couple random scenes. It's fun.
Yeah.
So silly, kid. I'm telling you,
that's your jam, man.
It is my jam.
You might have to do a cover of it and release it in honor of Val Kilmer.
Right. When he dies, I'm gonna put it out for him.
You know what? You should.
He's going. Yeah. Maybe he should do it before he dies.
He does. I don't know if he still does, but a couple years ago he started. I think when his throat issues started, he would do art, art therapy, and he does. I think like what Andy Warhol used to do, kind of like silk screening. So he does like pictures of him as Batman, pictures of him as like the Iceman.
Yeah. Sure he's done a Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday, Jim Morrison. And he actually famously, I think, on stage was Mark Twain. So he does Mark Twain. He does like different like paintings and stuff of different characters he's done, and you can buy them online. I believe still.
You better do a Nick Rivers, man.
That would be incredible. Right. If Val Kilmer hears this somehow, please, we need a Nick Rivers
bro. And I'm like,
painting because I would love to see that.
Yeah, and we hope you're doing well, bro.
And a Mad Mardigan.
Yeah.
Honestly, because his iconic characters.
He's got a lot of them now.
Yeah.
Man. I'm like, Val was the man. Come on.
Yeah.
Even like in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, he's great, bro. As Perry.
Was that with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shane Black.
Yeah.
Great film.
Yes.
Super funny. Yeah, that's a good one. So we gotta grade this thing.
Oh, you know what? I would give it a B or a B plus.
I would say it's a B plus.
Yeah.
On a personal level, I'll probably give it an A minus because I just love it. But
that's kind of what a B plus is.
I would give it a B or a B plus. If I was gonna really like make a review for the public, I would say B plus. A lot of influence still going on in here.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the, especially for the time period, it came out the same year as Police Academy. Mm-hmm. And Police Academy was obviously another spoof. And I think that it influenced things that came later. Like you had like Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. And I'm thinking of like Loaded Weapon 1.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's Emilio Estevez and Sam Jackson making fun of like the Lethal Weapon movies. Yeah,
it's probably funny as hell.
I think it's a National Lampoon film.
Is it funny?
It came out like 30 years ago.
What Loaded Weapon is.
Yeah,
I've never seen it though. I always wanted to see it.
It came out so long, like pre Pulp Fiction. Sam Jackson.
That's got to be 80s.
I think like early 90s. Yeah, and like things like that, and then obviously we talked about Austin Powers. Like I don't think we would have had Austin Powers doing like the spy spoof the way it did without Top Secret. Even though I think Austin Powers genre-wise was more specific to like 60s British spy films and TV shows, because obviously the Avengers TV show would have been in there as well. I think it still wouldn't have existed without Top Secret.
Yeah.
Top Secret was more probably like a Mad Helm in like Flint kind of thing, like the American version of James Bond films.
Yeah, it is.
It's goofy. But there were so many after Bond. I think that's what it was really spoofing.
Yeah, that's
the American response to James Bond's popularity.
Which is, I gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, it's good grades there, bro.
It's
definitely one to watch. If you like their style, I would definitely watch it.
And even just to see Val Kilmer's first role,
and
how he knocks it out of the park right away.
If you don't watch for anything, you could at least watch it for Val Kilmer. He really does give some incredible music performances in the film, dude. He's all over. He's got great presence.
He's almost like a triple threat because
really is. Singing, dancing, acting.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Cause how silly can you get? Sorry, guys. I will try and not sing it the rest of the episode. All right.
Now, the
Naked Gun.
From the Files of Police Squad.
Yep, go ahead and tell them about it.
All right, so The Naked Gun is sort of a remake and a continuation of the TV show Police Squad that Zucker, Abrahams, and Zucker did in 1982 for 6 episodes with Leslie Nielsen. So nobody watched it, so they could recycle some of the dialogue and the situations into a film, and it was still new.
Yep, felt fresh.
And honestly, the plot of the film is fresh.
Yeah.
It's just certain things I noticed after watching all 3 of them. I'm like, wait a second. Like, there's this thing, I think it's in the 3rd film, where Frank Drebin, played by Leslie Nielsen, offers a woman a cigarette, and he's like, cigarette? And she's like, yes, it is. Like, that happens a few times in the show. You know, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe they're still using it. But if no one had really seen the show, they can use it.
Yeah, you're right.
So Naked Gun is about Frank Drebin. He works for Police Squad, a special unit of the police force. And they never really explain it beyond that. Just really a special unit of the police force.
They make it seem like it's freaking like it's some like crazy like international like freaking special ops team.
Yeah.
He goes overseas.
Yeah, he goes to Beirut.
Like, yeah,
he was on vacation.
Oh, yeah, he was. But they clearly granted him authority to go nuts. Yeah. So, like, he ain't regular LAPD or whatever. What's it supposed to be LA?
Yeah, the first one takes place in LA. Yeah. And it's like, basically the show and the film are like spoofing cop shows like Dragnet. Mm-hmm. Or probably like even Adam 12, mm-hmm. which came out after that, is almost like a spinoff of Dragnet. Like all of those kind of cop shows from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And
definitely spoofing some Beverly Hills too going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like with the plot of him trying to essentially figure out what happened to his friend.
That's
like Beverly Hills 1 plot.
Oh, really?
Like Eddie Murphy goes to Beverly Hills because they killed his friend. And he's trying to figure it out. And goofy stuff happens along the way. You know?
Yeah, so and that could be because I still need to watch Beverly Hills Cop, man.
Whoa!
I've seen Beverly Hills Cop 2.
I like 2 more actually, but 1 is you gotta know your roots. You know?
Yeah,
one is so
I've
good.
seen 48 Hours. Is that
48 Hours is good. That was like a precursor to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, that was his first film, I think.
Yeah, it was his first film.
Yeah.
48 Hours, Beverly Hills 1 and 2, Trading Places, Coming to America.
Oh, Trading Places was good.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah.
My man Dan. He did all those in the span of like 5 years. That's crazy.
And I think and then like Harlem Nights was like 89, I think. So in almost like an 8-year period, he
was going hard, dude.
We'll have to do like an Eddie
80s Eddie day.
Yeah. To be honest,
I love Eddie
because I would even watch some of his. If we watch some of his sketches from SNL that kind of launched him, because obviously they're short, and then see like when he hosted SNL, I think 2019, around the time his Dolomite movie came out, his Rudy Ray Moore film, I should say. So good. Because dude, I love the original Dolomite.
Oh, it's great.
Oh my god,
exploitation.
Oh my god, Dolomite, motherfucker.
The acting's so bad.
Oh my god, yeah.
Everything, it's a so bad it's good movie.
My favorite scene, I just got to say this because I love it so much.
Oh, tell me
when when the warden is talking to Queen Bee and Dolomite, and the warden's like, "How do you feel, Queenie?" And she's like, "Oh, Dolomite, I am so happy. I'm gonna be telling everybody you're coming home tomorrow." And like one tear like runs down her cheek as she's like not emoting. And like the worst acting ever.
Read off a teleprompter.
Yes, but reading poorly off a teleprompter. That's my favorite scene in that entire film. Oh, Dolomite, I am so happy. It's like Queenie, because and the warden, this like the whitest guy you've ever seen, is being, "How do you feel, Queenie?"
Queenie,
because her name's Queen Bee.
Yep, Queen Bee.
How do you feel, Queenie? It's like, what is going on here? But I love that film.
Dude, Dolomite's good. You know what I watched recently? That's really good.
Dolomite 2, The Human Tornado?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Superfly.
Oh my god. Ron O'Neal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that soundtrack.
Yo, that's a
Curtis
great
Mayfield.
Soundtrack.
I'm gonna sound terrible saying it, but man, Fred is dead. That's a great song, though.
Great song.
Yep. Do.
Yo, when I was watching it, I think I watched it last week or the week before. I was watching, I'm like, bro, this soundtrack slaps.
Oh
man.
my god,
Like,
I'm your pusher man.
Yeah, I'm your pusher man.
Oh my god.
I'm your brother, I'm your brother.
Yeah, see, you sing it better than I do, but that's beside the point.
That's just so good.
Curtis Mayfield, man, he really, because he was in the Impressions before that. Like, they started out as like a doo-wop group in the 50s and the 60s. Jerry Butler, if you ever heard of him, he sang with them first. But then, yeah, the Superfly soundtrack, directed by, God, who directed Shaft? He was a really famous photographer. His son directed.
Was it?
No, it was.
I got you.
But his son directed Superfly. It's sad. I remember that his son directed it. But
That happens a lot.
It's the son of the guy who directed Shaft. He was a really famous African American photographer. So at the time, it was like, a big deal. But that's why Shaft looked. Gordon Parks Jr. Yeah, so Gordon Parks. Thank you. Gordon Parks. That's why Shaft looked so good with the cinematography and everything.
Yeah, Shaft looks great.
Because he has such a great eye. But Gordon Parks Jr., yeah, directed Superfly. Oh my god!
I didn't watch the remake of Superfly.
I
feel like it's
some films I think shouldn't be remade.
Yeah.
Like if they remade the Mac, I wouldn't want to see that because Max Julien was so good.
I'm like, dude,
yeah.
That, oh my god! I know a lot of old school black dudes.
Yeah.
That's their favorite movie.
Oh, I believe it,
the
man.
The Mac is great.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we got.
Sorry. What were we talking? Oh yeah, Naked Gun. Yeah. So, but see, if you think about it, the Naked Gun led to like, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Oh my god! Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yeah,
because Keenan Ivory Wayans was kind of like next up after Mel Brooks and the Zuckers for spoofs.
Yeah, because then all the scary movies and stuff.
Then he did Don't Be a Menace.
Oh,
in the early 90s,
you're right.
Hood black movie parodies.
Yeah.
Then he did scary movies.
Yeah.
And then his brothers and stuff, they were involved with some of the off rounds like Dance Flick and
because Damon Wayans Jr. was in Dance Flick.
Yeah, I'm like
so was Amy Sedaris from Strangers with Candy.
Yeah, random.
Yeah.
And then that led to Not Another Teen Movie
and
a bunch of other good spoof movies coming out early too. So spoof movies been around for a while, but
it started with Airplane and Naked Gun and Top Secret.
They kind of pushed the genre.
But you're right, Keenan Ivory. It was Hollywood Shuffle with Robert Townsend.
Yeah, that was good too.
Then I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, and then In Living Color, obviously.
Color killed it.
Yeah, and then you're right because then Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood in South Central. Yeah.
That movie's funny as
because honestly, without those films, would we care about Marlon Wayans? I hate to say it.
Marlon came up off those, and then just he actually ended up being a pretty good actor.
Yeah, I've seen him do some serious stuff.
Requiem for a Dream, dude. You gotta watch that.
That Aretha. I was gonna say that Aretha Franklin movie, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Aretha. Anyway, he's great in that.
And then he's in Air too, the new one that just came out.
Yeah,
Matt Damon. He's in that.
Oh yeah.
Role. He's great. I love Marlon. He's funny as hell. Anywho,
yeah. So the Naked Gun is a parody of those cop shows, and it led obviously to greater things as we just talked about. And not necessarily Naked Gun 2 and 3, but other things that influenced other people.
Mm-hmm.
So the basic story is that apparently, like Beverly Hills Cop, one of Frank Drebin's friends, who's also a cop, played by O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson as Nordberg. Mm-hmm. He gets wounded while undercover, and Frank comes home from his vacation, and the whole film is them trying to find out what happened to him and who did it. And during the course of it, they find out a plot to kill the Queen of England, who was coming to L.A. on a goodwill visit.
Yeah, and they were gonna use these watches to mind control people.
Yeah. It's sort of like Zoolander.
Yeah.
In a way, it's the plot for Zoolander. If you've seen Zoolander,
but this film,
but before Zoolander,
way before.
Yeah,
this film. I ain't gonna lie. I laughed. I might have laughed more at this one than any of the three.
Really?
I might have. Leslie Nielsen in this.
Yeah.
Is incredible. It's just
he's more comfortable with it.
Yes, I'm it's like an extension of Rumack, but dumber. Yeah. And like you said, he's just more comfortable. And
Frank Drebin is that dumb white idiot who thinks he's right all the time.
He does, but he's so dude, when he's talking to OJ in the hospital, dude, he's like, I love you. He's like, oh, I love you too, man.
Because the name of the boat is I love you. and yeah, because OJ's like, I love you.
Mhm.
I love you too, Nordberg.
And he's like, what did he say? He said something about. What did he say about something about food? And he's like, yeah, we'll get you whatever you want to eat when you get out of here. He says a bunch of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But he really is an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like his driving.
Oh my God.
Why is he crashing everything?
Everything. That happened in Police Squad though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He would just run into like trash cans and everything.
Like, cars, like when he hits the one trash cans, and then the car keeps moving with the airbag.
Yeah.
And he's like, freeze, stop!
Yeah.
You guys get who's in there?
Yeah.
Get the license plate?
It's his car.
It's like, dude, it's so dumb and funny, but like, I think this was probably the best written out of the three in a weird way. Because like, this one has the most plot to follow, I feel like. You actually are like, are they going to catch these guys? Are they gonna, is OJ going to be okay? Are they going to figure out what he does or doesn't know?
Yeah.
There's actually questions to be answered. Like,
is Ricardo Montalban gay or straight? Because his character was kind of...
It was a little, you know... There's a lot of actual plot line questions to be asked. This movie actually does have substance in it for a story. And I think that's probably what made me laugh the most, because the situations within the confines of the story is just so ridiculous.
Do you think because only one of the three directed it, it had more of a clear vision? Yeah, more focus.
Yes, I would have to say, and although the other two are great, I would have to say the one-man mindset probably does make this flow a little bit better. Yeah. Because I think it paces the best out of the three.
Because even though they wrote it together with Pat Proft, I believe, like... It could
still
be
one guy point.
Yeah. So instead of like, well, if we do this and we do that, you know, you don't have people talking in your ear.
Well, and then you all come to some compromise that. Where it's like, this is how we're doing it. Let's do it that way. And I do think this film actually benefits from one director. And I'm sure them guys were on set throwing them ideas.
Oh yeah, because they're producers too.
Co-directors. I'm sure.
Yeah.
He took the reins. I think that does work. And then you had Presley's wife in there?
Yeah, Priscilla Presley.
Yeah, Priscilla Presley in there. Yeah. She played a decent little role.
Yeah, it's Jane.
Jane. She was decent, you know. Yeah. The characters were good. I thought OJ was actually really good.
Honestly, he was. And I thought of something terrible watching these films. Like, what if
he didn't murder?
I'm not saying he didn't. What I'm saying is, what if what pushed him over the edge is like, what if people kept treating him like he was Nordberg, even though it was just a character he played? Because Nordberg got treated like shit.
He did, man. He did.
He got beat the fuck up. He got
beat down.
In every film.
Folded in half,
dude. In every film, he gets treated like shit.
Really?
So imagine, like, you know, if someone's like, hey, it's Nordberg, and it just sets him off.
Slaps him in the face.
Yeah.
And people on the streets, Nordberg! And he's like, fucking OJ. Call me Juice.
Yeah.
I ran for 2,000 yards in a season.
Nordberg!
Right? Nordberg! What's up, dog? And he's just walking by looking at you like...
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if there was, like, a moment where he would snap and there would be, like a mental excuse, let's say...
He didn't snap because she was cheating. They were in an argument. She said, whatever, fucking Nordberg.
Oh, my God.
Just lost it.
Yeah. You know what? That might have been a great defense, believe it or not. If people were like, yeah, we saw how they treated you in the films, and if they've been treating you like that ever since 88. Right. This is 94.
She just kept screaming it at me and screaming it at me.
Yeah, she screamed it out in bed.
It's like, right when I was about to climax, she said, harder, Nordberg, and it all went away.
Nordberg? I forgot I played him. I was like, who's that motherfucker?
He's like, I'm from the Hertz commercial.
Yeah.
Like, know me from that. He could have been the Terminator, dude.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's nuts. It's just crazy to think OJ could have been the Terminator.
And you know what? Honestly, I'm thinking about OJ.
Life will be different.
But think about OJ like in the early 80s. He probably would have made a great Terminator.
Oh, he would have. He had the size.
Yeah.
You know, and he has this like this innocence to his look, but there's some darkness underneath those eyes.
Yes.
So it's like OJ has a look to him that is kind of menacing.
And honestly, growing up when he did, sounds crazy because he was born in what, 47, 46, something like that. Like, he grew up at a time when he wouldn't have been treated well.
No, he wouldn't.
You know what I mean? So to be as successful as he was when he was, considering what he looked like at a time in this country, like I would have loved to see him as a Terminator.
Dude, that's what
basically because he would have brought
I
something else to it.
I wish he could have enjoyed a nice blemish-free career.
Yeah.
He could still be acting.
Yeah.
He still looks great. OJ looks great. I'm like, OJ.
He's like 76 now, but he still looks
good.
Yeah.
He's looking good. He would have. Like, Arnold brought a charm to it, but OJ would have been interesting.
Yeah.
James Cameron really wanted him. That's what he wanted. He was, I want this dude. So, I mean, that's how it goes. But, the Naked Gun, that's what it is. It's really, the film, essentially, is to save his friend and to save the queen.
Yes.
He's got two dual missions within this.
Yes.
Figure out what happened to his friend and then save the queen.
Yeah.
Which, in turn, will catch the bad guys.
Yes.
So, that's really what it is. But what makes this film work is the lead. Yeah. He is this film.
So, what's your MVP of the film?
Leslie Nielsen, man.
Me too. Because he does everything in this film. Literally everything.
Literally. He was... I think I was more impressed with him here than any other role I've ever seen him in.
I want you to know I practice safe sex. So do I.
So I got that on rewatchable scenes, of course. That was just the goofiest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, what?
Yes.
I was like, body condoms that actually look like condoms that are made to fit your thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's hilarious.
And look, Priscilla Presley, like I never knew her as an actress like before this, but like she does a great job of like keeping up. Yeah.
She was better than the chick from Top Secret.
That's
came
true.
Through nice.
That's very true.
You know, I never really found her attractive or anything. I thought they could have. I thought when I first saw her, I was like, "Oh, that's who they got." And then by the end, I was like, "You know, she worked."
Yeah.
She worked. I mean,
she played off him very well.
She played off him very well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just very unbelievable to think they would fall in love.
Yeah. Because Frank is so oblivious to everything.
Everything. And
everything.
And I just wouldn't see her being... You know, older guys pull young chicks all the time. I wouldn't see her being into that kind of an older guy.
Yeah.
He ain't smooth. He ain't suave. You know what I'm saying? He ain't sexy. I mean, talking Clooney here.
They do have really great scenes where... it's great choreography where someone is like jumping around the room as Frank, and then he jumps like behind a couch or whatever, and then Leslie Nielsen pops up.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's fantastic,
dude. The scene where with the samurai pen and the piranha. Oh my god, he is insane.
Yes,
scene. I'm like, this guy. Yeah, I was just completely blown away at the sheer talent Leslie Nielsen has.
Yeah,
and has had for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's like an ageless wonder. He's still alive, right?
No, he died.
He died when?
Kind
of recent, right?
It was within the last like 10 years, I would
like
say.
2000s, right?
Because one of his last films,
Brooks is still alive.
His last films may have been in like 2009, maybe.
Mel Brooks still alive though.
Mel Brooks is,
I think he's like 93 or something.
Yeah, because he might be a little older. Oh, he died November 28th, 2010.
Okay.
So it's been almost 13 years. Oh, and he's Canadian.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of great Canadian comedians and actors.
There are.
Michael J. Fox.
Bullock,
Sandra Bullock,
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting some. There's a few. There's a few. Canada going hard.
Yeah.
Peak season?
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, that's what I had.
I had him too. I was like, it's gotta be Leslie.
Because I said after Airplane, this solidified him as a comedy god.
Yep.
After decades of dramatic work.
Yep. I'm like, he's gonna be remembered for this in Airplane more than anything.
Yeah, because after this came like all the other spoof movies, like Wrongfully Accused, like Mafia movie or whatever. He was in Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo, I remember.
Magoo. He was in Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Terrible film.
Repossessed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was
spoofed out.
Yeah, he was.
I feel like he was like, this is my calling. He probably was like, this is what I was meant to do. It took me 50 years to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. I had him too. So best quotes, what do you got?
Okay. From Frank Drebin, who's Leslie Nielsen. Mm-hmm. It's the same old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl, girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day. And then Jane, Priscilla Presley is a good year, and Frank No, the
No,
worst.
the worst. Yeah, no, the worst. Yeah, that's what I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I did laugh at.
Because it's another
He's
one where
full of those.
yeah,
Like,
and so it's another one you can almost pick anything. Because like another, and this is like an example of like the writing from Police Squad. Also, Vincent Ludwig, played by Ricardo Montalban, even though it's an incredibly German name, he has Jane. I think he's holding her hostage, and and Frank comes up, and he's like Drebin, and she says Frank, and he says you're both right.
yes, you're both right. Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, it's like those kinds of. It's corny, but it's funny.
it works. It works,
Yeah.
especially coming from Leslie.
Yes,
It works
yes,
coming from him.
yeah.
Is that all you had anymore?
That's all I had because there's so many that you can
I had
choose from.
two, I picked two.
Yeah.
Mine I had. What do you know about the guy? Not much. Just he's an Olympic gymnast, and it's the best sex she's ever had.
Oh, yeah, that's right about Frank
George
Sex.
Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, not much. I don't know anything about it, but that's what you know. I was like, oh great. And then of course I had nice beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
And it's a stuffed beaver.
It's a stuffed beaver.
Yeah,
Yes,
because she
it's
climbs a
literal.
ladder and he's looking up under her skirt.
Yes, and it looks like,
Yes.
he's looking at something he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But she comes down with an actual, real stuffed beaver. And
Yeah.
that's what's so funny about these movies, the literal humor in it.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
literal humor.
It
Like,
catches you off guard.
it does. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, and as soon as he said it, I'm like, bro, she's going to bring down a stuffed beaver. Because I just know, like, you
Yeah.
just know these guys, you know what they're going to do. But it's still funny because you're like, bro, he's looking right up there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, he's like,
Nice beaver.
I'm like,
And the way he says
the
it.
delivery. I'm like,
Yes.
the delivery. He's like got this odd, dry sense of humor
Yes.
that just freaking works so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have for quotes. So, what's aged the best?
I put even though some of the jokes seem corny, like when he's looking through Ludwig's office and he's like, he opens the drawer and he's like, bingo. And he holds up a bingo card.
Bro, I did laugh.
Yeah, it's funny. It is funny.
God.
But I'm like, they're kind of corny. But overall, the film, as a time capsule of late 80s political stuff and overly dramatic cop shows, it still works very well.
Very well. I laughed
Yeah.
very hard. The big bingo. And he
Yeah,
follows
bingo.
Like, this
Yeah.
guy, bro. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, bingo.
What's aged the best? I had the wave that they do at the baseball game at the end. You know, the wave is still alive and
Yeah,
kicking.
that's
you
true.
go to a sporting event, you're doing the wave at it. The wave is still holding up to this day, man.
You know what part I actually do love, and I should have put it down as one of the best quotes. After he does the national anthem,
Oh my god!
and then later on he's like in the umpire outfit.
And then like he takes it off, and
and-
they're like, "It's the
It's
guy!
Enrico Palazzo!"
Yo, I started laughing
Yes.
so hard, bro.
That is one of my
He's
favorite.
tied up in the
Yeah,
fucking room.
yes, he's hogtied.
"No!"
Yeah.
He's like, so
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo.
How about him just butchering the fucking national
Oh, my
anthem to
God.
bits? I'm like,
Yes.
yo, he was like, in the land of the brave. I'm like, he has no idea.
And we thought Roseanne was back.
right? I'm like, dude, so bad.
Uh,
So good, so good. Oh, let's see.
and him dancing around once he's the umpire.
He throws a strike and shoot, and he's like, all right. So, what's age the worst?
OJ.
OJ is
Honestly,
absolutely what's
yeah. Honestly, anything with OJ, and it's not the film's
It's not
fault.
the film's fault.
No,
it's
no.
just 'cause
And in a
OJ
way-
has aged badly.
Yeah. It's not even necessarily OJ's fault if you want to look at it that way. It's how
It's the
society's treated
perception.
OJ.
The
Yeah.
perception of
The
him,
perception
and
of
they
him,
won't
yeah.
ever forgive him for it.
Yeah.
So,
So it's like that's what's aged the worst. Even though his acting is great, he's funny,
It's funny.
and he what do you usually say? He fulfilled the assignment.
Yep, he fulfilled these. He definitely
Yes.
fulfilled the assignment.
Yes.
He knew exactly what it was.
And who knew OJ could be funny before that?
Really, for real.
Yeah.
He seemed like a quite serious guy.
Yeah.
I had what's aged the worst. I did say OJ in a film, but just like you said,
Yeah.
it's not.
OJ getting top billing.
Yeah, so I'm
that's
like,
it.
yeah, right. OJ's probably second build on that thing.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's like you said, it's not the film's fault. It's just how life worked out. you know?
Yeah.
But he as an actor hasn't aged bad, but just
Yes,
him
yes.
being in it. I had a couple things though.
Okay.
I had baseball games. Baseball is now boring as hell.
Oh,
but
yeah.
back then, baseball was lit.
And some of those mustaches,
Oh,
too.
Lord.
Oh.
Baseball was great in the 80s, 90s,
Oh, yeah.
even the early 2000s. Baseball, honestly, after the Phillies' last World Series win, baseball just ain't been the same.
Wait, how are they doing? Do you know?
They're actually doing great.
How in this new?
They're still alive. I'm pretty sure.
Because I know it's like best of 5, right?
Yeah, I think they're still alive in the series. So
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Because last year they dropped the ball.
Yeah,
dropped the ball, man. I was like,
wow.
Philly. They fell apart in Game 3, bro. From Game 3 on, they just freaking fell apart.
Wow.
Anywho,
Sorry.
Sports here. Sports
sorry, talking about baseball. Because it was what, the Angels versus...
It was the Angels and the... God, who else was it? It was the Angels and... Wasn't the Rays, was it? They were wearing gray and blue.
Yeah, I thought... Or was it green? I'm not even sure.
It was the Mariners.
The Mariners. Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a West Coast battle.
Okay.
Seattle and LA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Because, you had, Reggie Jackson.
Mm-hmm, Reggie Jackson.
I must kill the Queen.
Bro, he was still jacked.
He was, yeah.
Because that's 88, bro. Reggie Jackson was playing in the 70s, bro.
Really?
Yeah, remember he hit the 3 home runs in 77 to win the World Series with the Yankees, bro.
Oh, wow.
Like, he was a beast, bro. Reggie J was a beast. Anywho,
yeah,
Sports Channel.
So,
it was the Mariners for sure. Wait, what I have? I had also another what's age bad calls in sports.
Oh yeah,
the worst. And
he has
a million of them.
Oh yeah, he does because he's like he is the worst umpire.
He ruined the game
because he starts throwing the umps out. The other umpire.
They're freaking ready to fight him.
Yeah.
So that's what I have for those 3 from Say's worst. Most rewatchable scenes.
I put almost. You can almost pick anything.
Yeah, you can really just pick anything.
Because
I did have a couple.
Because we were just talking like the national anthem scene.
I just had one. I had was the entire baseball game.
Yeah, the entire one. You're right. Yeah,
it's a rewatchable scene.
Yeah, it's even to like after the game to like when like the resolution and everything.
Yeah.
The whole thing is.
Yeah, I mean the game is kind of like what brings everything together in the film, the baseball game.
Yeah, because
everything comes together. The Queen's there, and like, the plans, like everyone sees the craziness. It all comes out.
Yeah,
and then you got some of the funniest scenes, like dude when he's first he brushes off the home plate with the brush. Then he's got the little shot.
Oh, the shot back. Yeah,
he's got real.
Yeah.
So funny, dude. All right, what else you got for rewatchable?
You could probably pick any scene. And it could be infinitely rewatchable, kind of like Airplane.
Airplane, yeah.
So if I'm thinking now, like, I honestly, the whole baseball thing, you have that dinner when the Queen comes first, and then he like ends up like, kind of like humping the Queen on the table.
Insane.
Insane, but like. These films like are time capsules because it's obviously Queen Elizabeth, who R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
But it's an actress who looked like her. But it's great to see, how much pomp and circumstance went along with these people.
Yes. Because I'm like, bro, that's a realistic situation. The Queen comes over here. Yo, it's gonna be insane. It's an event. It's like when the Pope comes through, it's an event, bro. Like everybody's like, yo, it's insane.
And that's right, because Frank wasn't supposed to be there.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
So I think another great scene is him and Ed at the same time when they're like frisking people, and he gets like Ed's wallet, and he's like, "Hey, Ed!"
He pulls a gun out. He's like, bro, he's got a picture of your wife.
Yeah,
he's like, he punches the dude in the face, bro.
And then Drebin's like, "How many other people here are sleeping with Ed's wife?" Yeah.
He pulls a gun and the wallet out. I'm like, he's in the wrong pocket.
Yeah, that's actually a great scene.
It really is.
Because it shows how stupid Frank is.
Yes, Frank's a freaking idiot. Yeah. He's an idiot. So I had a few. OJ getting shot is hilarious in the beginning with all the obstacles.
And the window.
Wedding cake, bro. I was like, what is this stuff?
Yes.
That was funny. There was so much. The courtroom piss scene with the microphone.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yes.
And he's pissed.
And then he starts farting.
I'm like, oh god.
Wow, you're right. That is a great scene.
That was a good scene. Another one I have, when Frank and Jane start dating, and they go on their date that looks like it's a span of 3 months, but it's one day.
Oh, yeah, because they're running on the beach.
And they close on the so I had that clothesline on the beach.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell. And then I had the entire baseball game, including the national anthem, the umpire dances, the bad calls, Reggie Jackson, the Queen, the wave, all of that.
Yeah,
I had all of that. The last 25 minutes of the film is just great. The third act really brings it together nicely.
Yeah, you're right. That it may be perfect because that is kind of like out there as the whole film is. You're right. Everything ties together.
It ties up. I'm like, the baseball game ties all the plots, everything, everyone comes together.
Yeah.
You know, so, and it just works real well. So, who's the best character? Pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, Frank Drebin.
Frank. Yeah, I have Frank and Captain Ned.
Oh, yeah. They were a great team.
They were a good team. And I did like OJ.
Yeah, I put him as the worst, but only because it's more in hindsight.
In hindsight, yeah. Because it's... Looking back, it's probably bad. I'm sure there's people who are like, I'm not gonna watch The Naked Gun now. OJ's in it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, well,
a little taint on the film.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
sadly, because it's still a great film.
Worst character, I had Ludwig.
Oh, Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah,
he was pretty terrible.
He was terrible. I mean, not bad as in performance. He was just piece shit.
Yeah, he was. Which shows, Ricardo Montalban, Khan from Star Trek. It shows, his chops.
Yeah, he's got the chops.
Yeah, another dramatic actor doing comedy.
Yeah. So, I had him as the worst character. But
his hair may have been the worst character.
I was like, that's a pretty bad piece there.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
For nitpicks, what'd you have?
I just had this. I'll just read what I wrote down. The film rehashes a lot of the jokes used in the 1982 Police Squad show, as do the second and third films. Although no one really watched it since it is available for diehard fans, I wish they would have expanded the story more instead of continuing the story from the show instead of just replacing the show with, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it would have been like, Police Squad happened, now this happened after it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Frank Drebin is definitely older. It's 6 years later.
Yeah. But they probably were like, bro, there's just too much magic here. We gotta capture this. I get that.
I know that's a weird nitpick, but it's just kind of like I wish, because each movie does sort of move the story forward, but when it rehashes one of the older jokes or older lines from Police Squad, it kind of brings it back.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
My nitpick, I only have one. When the doctor at the hospital is under mind control or whatever, and he's trying to kill OJ.
That's another great scene.
It's a good scene.
Oh my God, the car chase. Yeah.
Where did he get the gun?
Where did he get the gun?
He just, every other person, you see where they get the gun. Like the old lady, Dominique, his assistant, she pulls it out the drawer. Reggie Jackson pulls it from under the pitcher's mouth.
Yeah.
Where's this freaking doctor? He just magically had a gun.
Yeah, you're right.
That just bothered me because you saw everyone else where they got their weapons.
There's context to where they... Yes.
And I'm like, so did this gun just magically appear? Did he already have it? Was it hidden somewhere? I'm like, that just bothered me, but... That was a good scene, though.
Yeah.
Especially when he gets in the teacher car.
Oh, my God, the student driver.
And she starts whipping, though, after a while.
I know, I forgot about that, yeah. And John Houseman.
Yeah.
Did you ever see The Paper Chase?
I never saw it.
Oh, you got to see The Paper Chase. Yeah. Timothy Bottoms.
Okay. Oh, he's
your man.
Great.
Yeah, your man, Timothy Bottoms. John Houseman is a professor at, I think it's Yale or Harvard. It might be Harvard Law School. He's a law professor. Incredible.
Nice.
Yeah. Extend your middle finger.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That scene was good, too.
Yeah.
All right, that was my only nitpick, really. Other than
that,
because all our movies, everything's so purposely done, you really can't nitpick it because it was done for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? So,
and my nitpick is just you kind of, if you've seen those other shows, you move backwards. But if you haven't, it's okay.
Yeah, if you've never, it's like me, I've never seen them. So for me, it's fresh and fun.
Yeah, but that's the only nitpick I could find.
I'm like, other than that, it's pretty great. So recast couch, you got.
Okay, for Frank, I was thinking Steve Carell or Ed Helms.
Oh, Ed Helms would be pretty good, too.
I believe Ed Helms was supposed to be Frank Drebin Jr. in a remake that they never did.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Or kind of like a reboot where it was his son.
That would have been funny.
But I'm like, now he's old enough, I think he could just play Frank.
He could play Frank, yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably, 50?
Yeah, I think he's around my age, mid to late 40s, yeah.
Yeah, you could get some grace to him or whatever.
For Jane, I think I put Salma Hayek because I would just love to see her.
Well, I mean,
I would just love to see her. Yeah.
Even now.
Yeah.
She's 55, bro. She looks insane. I'm like, God damn, Selma, what are you doing? That's so fun with me.
For Nordberg, I put Terry Crews.
Hey, he would be a good Nordberg.
Yeah.
He did play football.
Yeah. For Ed, this might be controversial now in the same way that OJ might be now. I think Alec Baldwin would be a great Ed.
I don't even like that Alec Baldwin's considered a controversial take, bro. It was an accident.
It was an accident, but I'm just saying, like, just in case people do get offended, like, I think Alec Baldwin, because of, like, 30 Rock, he's able to do, like, funny lines seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really great at it.
Dude, I'm like, he's definitely a good comedic and
he's incredible.
Actor.
He's incredible.
I love Alec Baldwin. Dude, just his narration of Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh, my God.
Like, I like that.
And for Ted, the lab guy at Police Squad, I put Bill Nye.
Oh, that's perfect. Bill Nye's perfect.
Yes.
Of course, that's great.
Because Bill Nye started out in sketch comedy.
He did. I like that.
In Seattle, actually.
So my recast for Frank, I'll probably pick somebody too old, but I just think he would pull this off. I took Bill Murray.
Holy shit, that would be great.
He might, like, if we were doing this in 2010, Bill Murray would have been perfection.
You know what? If Wes Anderson would direct it,
Bill Murray can still do it.
Incredible, yeah.
But I like Steve Carell a lot too. For years,
yeah.
Steve Carell, he's like the perfect age too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right now, Steve Carell may be probably your top bet.
Yeah.
But I was like, Bill Murray would have killed this back in the day.
God, you're right.
For Jane, I went with my girl Bryce Dallas.
You know what? I could see it because she's at the right age right now.
She's at the right age to play Jane.
Yeah, because Priscilla Presley was probably Bryce's age now when they filmed it. Yeah.
And I'm like, she's just, I think she would do good in that role. You know?
How old is Bryce?
About 38 or 9.
Okay, because I think Priscilla was early 40s.
Early 40s, yeah.
Yeah, so that's about right. Because there is that age difference between Frank and, that would work.
For Norberg, I stayed on the football theme. I went with Barry Sanders.
Wow, Barry Sanders.
Or Marshawn Lynch. Do you know who that is?
I do.
He's new now.
But yeah.
He does a lot of acting.
Yeah, you know what?
He's in that new movie Bottoms that just came out. He does a lot of acting.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't have that conventional, like, straight, clean look like OJ did or Barry Sanders does.
Yeah.
But he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And he would just be funny to see in that role. But
yeah,
Barry
you know what?
Would probably be a decent cast. Barry Sanders is still pretty young.
Yeah.
Like, Barry Sanders is only like 50.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he could kill it still. And he does have that, like, he's got the stout build still. He's still in good shape. Clean cut, handsome dude.
Yeah.
Play it. And he does a lot of TV stuff. Like, he's used to be in front of a camera. And then for Ed, I went with somebody dead because I just couldn't picture anyone else. Philip Seymour.
God, he would have been perfect.
He's just got that with the going bald look.
Yeah.
I just feel like he played Ed good. But George Kennedy is great.
George Kennedy is great, yeah.
Cool Hand Luke. Oh,
yeah.
He's incredible. I freaking love him, dude.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to recast him. I couldn't picture anyone being Frank except Leslie Nielsen. Even though I think like a Bill Murray would have been good, or a Steve Carell, or even an Ed Helms, or someone like that could be good. Or even like if 5 years from now, John Hamm could even probably play it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe too handsome, but in a few years.
Leslie Nielsen was a decent looking guy for being older.
Yeah. He's just John Hamm's just he's kind of stand out.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's kind of, you look at him like, wow, that guy's good looking. So like, so I don't know, but because a lot of times handsome guys can take away from comedic roles because you just like, they do. Sometimes like average looking or even ugly guys just elevate a role more.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
what would Road Trip be without DJ Qualls looking the way he does?
Skinny and
yeah.
Tall, skinny, ghostly, white.
Yeah.
If Brad Pitt played that role back then,
it wouldn't be the same.
It would be like, so you telling me this is the loser?
Exactly.
This is the guy who's putting peanut butter on his genitals and letting his dog lick it off. No, he's got a woman doing that. No, so casting a lot of times weirder, or not even weird, just more just unconventionally attractive people.
Unique.
Unique. There we go. Unique looking individuals are better fits for some of these roles. So TJ Qualls, bro. He's actually a good actor too.
Look, I agree because that's the first thing I think I saw him in. Probably one of the first things he ever did.
I think he ever did. Really.
But that launched his career.
Yeah, new guy. He ended up doing Hustle and Flow. He's so good in it with
really.
Howard.
Yeah,
he's so good in there. That's probably his best role. So
wow.
Yeah, he's good. So hey, we got it.
What would what grade do you think?
Yeah, I was like, we got a grade.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give this one a solid A.
Yeah, I would too, because
solid A.
I think it's a great. I'll say follow up to Airplane, even though Top Secret was in between. So I think it continues the greatness of Airplane.
Yes, I think it does too. But Airplane did it first, so Airplane gets the plus on
yes,
it.
Yes.
So
and I have one quick question for you, because I was watching a video on one of my subscriptions on YouTube, and it was about Night of the Living Dead.
Oh man,
and
great film.
And for some reason on my computer, I couldn't comment because I wanted to ask a question about it.
Okay.
Is that the first film you reviewed that you gave 10 out of 10?
I think on a straight review, I think it is.
I thought so too. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Because that impressed me.
Yeah, I think it is the first one I gave a 10 out of 10 to. Because I even say, I'm like, I don't give these out often.
Yeah, you did. And you said, like, obviously The Godfather would be, but I'm like, I don't think you reviewed The Godfather.
I never reviewed The Godfather.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, bro, I've reviewed a few. I don't think I've ever given out a whole 10. I've given some high 9.
Yeah, you're like 9.6 or something. Yeah.
But 10 is
look, that's high marks there.
I mean, have you seen it?
A long time ago, and I think I fell asleep, so I never saw the end.
Watch it again. Oh, the end is. Watch it again. It's Halloween season. Watch it short. Hour and 25, hour 30.
They have 2 different versions of it on Tubi. One's in color.
Don't watch that one.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Okay, that's the one I originally
You go on
watched.
Max and watch the original black and white in HD.
Okay.
It looks good.
Okay.
Bro, it's incredible. And when you watch it, you're going to be like, wow, I've seen all this stuff 150 times after this.
Yeah.
Because, like, man, you don't get so... George A. Romero really did change the game with Night of the Living Dead. And it's so simple. He made it for like $20, you know what I mean? It's $100K. $100K. And does it look like it's made for $100K? Yes. But it takes none of the charm and magic away. And like, I think because of the guerrilla filmmaking style is what really gives it all this charm. Because you can tell, like, you can just tell everyone bought in 100%. Everyone was just in it. And like I'm telling you, the way he frames zombies is nuts for the time.
Yeah.
And it's just, you feel like, I'm like, bro, he shot this in some barn. Like some redneck's probably cussing at him. But he makes it feels like you're just out in the middle of some freaking zombie-infested wasteland where I'm like, I'm gonna die. And it starts out right out the gate. 3 minutes in, you got a zombie tag, bro. It's like
they're coming to get you, Bob, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, right? Isn't that's how it's the brother.
That's the brother.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Boom, right from there, it's pedal to the metal. And I had such a good time with it. And I was like, I enjoyed this. And I've been, it's October, so I'm watching horror movies.
Yeah.
Constantly. I enjoy this one like more than almost anything I watch, even some stuff that I've seen before. So do you think, just really quick, I'm sorry. Do you think that like I Spy with Bill Cosby and Robert Culp and Star Trek with William Shatner and Nichelle Nichols, obviously them kissing and stuff on TV, like probably around the same time this film came out or maybe even before. Yeah. Do you think that led... I was what, like, was that mid-60s?
It was mid-60s, yeah.
So that might have been a little bit before Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
But he probably felt comfortable with the cast.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you think that those things made it possible to have at least the cast that he had and make it work and make people not see it?
Yeah. I think those definitely probably opened the door because I was big.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, so he was probably like, dude, this can work, bro.
Yeah.
And he said, he's like, bro, he auditioned the best.
Yeah.
And he's like,
stop trying to make it a black and white issue, even though the film's in black and white.
Yeah, because I really don't think he was like, I'm getting a black dude for this movie. I think he was like, yo, I'm going to have some auditions. Whoever auditions the best to get in the role.
Yeah,
I think that is 100% the approach he took. Because when you watch it, dude, Ben's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
I remember when he came in from when I saw before, he was awesome then.
He was awesome. Like, he's literally a blueprint for Ash, bro, from Evil Dead.
Ashley Williams is a great character.
He's a blueprint for him. Like,
yeah.
Bruce Campbell was definitely watching Night of the Living Dead when he was preparing for that role. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, yo, but what makes it good is the character is black, but you really don't think about it. Like, it's never like, none of the characters say anything about it. He doesn't say anything about it. They treat him like a guy, which makes it worse. So you just forget he's black until you like start reviewing it and talking about it. You're like, yo, the black dude really was running the fucking show in that shit. In 68, he was running the show. He called the shots like 100%. And I was actually shocked Romero had him do some of the things he did in that movie for time period. He slaps the white girl.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like,
oh, but that would have been after In the Heat of the Night.
It was. And that was a huge deal.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Yeah.
They call me Mr. Tibbs. God, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Sidney is incredible in that movie. The two leads in that movie just insane. But
yeah,
that was that because In the Heat of the Night 66 or 2?
66, 67 maybe. Yeah.
Right before the roll.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the time where we were starting to see black people getting pushed more in the leading role.
Yeah.
But Sidney Poitier was the only dude really like starring in movies with white people back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was the only one. I can't think of no other black.
And it was probably only because he's from like Trinidad or whatever. And that sounds terrible to say.
But he had that super clean cut, safe black dude thing going on. You know, he wasn't like no Sam Jackson type. Yeah, Sam Jackson was like around back then. He wasn't getting no big roles like Sidney.
He wasn't like a Black Panther radical.
Yeah,
either.
he wasn't.
Not the superhero. The group. The group who started free breakfast in schools. Actually.
Yeah, crazy. So yeah, he was definitely more of a clean cut, safe, straight laced. Yeah. You know, a black guy white people can feel comfortable with. Yeah,
guess who's coming to dinner? Oh, it's Sidney Poitier? Okay,
he can come. He can have a seat. Yeah. And Katharine Hepburn's like, yeah, you a cool dude. You a cool black dude. Have a seat, you know. And freaking
Spencer Tracy.
Rest in peace. Spencer Tracy's incredible.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, all right, this black dude makes money though. He can come on in.
Oh, he was a doctor, right? Yeah.
Money, bro. He's like, you ain't gonna be asking me for money, so you can come in.
Yeah.
It was all good. That's a good film though. A lot of people say it hasn't aged well. I watched it within the last couple of years. It hasn't aged that bad. It's still funny.
But films like that you have to take like it's 1965 or whatever. Yeah. You can't look at it from like a 2023 lens because we're jaded.
We're jaded. And I'm like, if you're looking at it from a 65 lens, this is a progression. Like, a lot of people, I've read a lot of reviews are like, I actually think it set biracial dating back. I'm like, no, it fucking didn't.
No, how could it?
I'm like, that movie showed you that everyone can get along. He got along really well with everyone. It was seamless. It didn't feel forced. And a lot of that's because you have really good talent between Sid, Katharine, and Spencer. Obviously, three of the best actors out the 60s with no question.
And the daughter wasn't bad.
She wasn't bad either.
I forget her name, but she wasn't bad.
She was all right.
But she wasn't top tier like those three.
She's not fucking Katharine Hepburn.
No.
Hepburn is one of the most insane actors we've ever had. She's freaking like Katharine Hepburn there could be a case made she's the best actress of all time. There could be a case made for her. Because I think her and Meryl Streep may be tied for Oscars.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
If not, Katharine has more. But I think because Meryl got like what, 3?
So
I think she has like 3 best actresses. And I think she got a few supporting. I don't know. She's had like 20 plus noms.
Really?
Yeah, she's fucking crazy, man.
Wow.
She's insane. Meryl. But anyway, I think I do think Night of the Living Dead, the casting was super important to film. And it was cool. And it's crazy because we have this notion nowadays the black guy always dies first. I'm like, Night of the Living Dead was total opposite. You know?
But do you think like Night of the Living Dead it was kind of like when the chips are down, like especially since it was 68, like racism and all that bullshit doesn't matter because we just need to survive.
That's pretty much what I said in my review. I was
that's what I got out of it.
Setting, all that crap we know goes out the window. It's the smartest and bravest are going to survive, bro. It's that simple. That might be a black dude. It might be a woman. It could be an Asian chick. You know? It might be a white dude. Who knows? But that's what it's going to come down to. Because guess what? Like if society broke down, who cares if that dude's black, white, none? Who cares? What does that matter?
If he can help me and I can help him, that's all that matters.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're still alive tomorrow. That's what matters.
Yep, crazy. So
it
God,
Wow.
sorry, we got
Yeah.
yeah, but this is what we do. That was a good question. I think it was should be answered around this time. Watch Night of the Living Dead. It's Halloween time.
Yes.
So, you got anything else?
No, I think that's it, man.
All right, guys, I'm Dom.
I'm Jamie.
That was a cutting room floor.